All right. Yay. All right. So let's see.
Who's buzzing?
I don't know, but you might hear it bong a couple of times.
Oh yeah, you hitting that bong?
No, I'm booting an Apple laptop.
I am drinking aloe vera mango flavored.
Aloe vera is in drinks.
Aloe vera mango flavored fucking what?
I got it from a farmer's market. Oh, a bebeda.
Okay. Off to an interesting start.
I just hear computers rebooting.
So I'm gonna pick on Joe. Joe, can
What's
you
up, girl?
give a recap of
So-
what happened last session?
One more time, sorry.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. So anyway, we were fighting this wizard in the tower that we were searching, and we met Ram there. There it is, 1997. And Ram was with the evil wizard, Esri, and he didn't like us attacking him because he made some sort of evil deal with him.
Oh, shit.
So we naturally killed Esri because that's what we do. We do not negotiate. So we killed Esri. I think Nubbins dealt the final killing blow after Frigga and Grognak basically were the tanks and saved us through the fight. But Nubbins dealt the final blow. And then we got out of the tower. Let me see. Took some stuff off
There
of
were
him.
lots of snakes.
Lots of snakes.
Lots of snakes. And big snakes.
And we also fought some ghouls. And let's see, we leveled up.
Zombie ogres.
Yes. We got some armor. We got goggles of dark vision. We got a robe of useful items, which we inventoried last time.
Quit needs those goggles.
Nah, I think Frigga got him.
We got a small bag of beans, which I didn't write down what the beans were. I guess Frigga knows what they are, though.
Frigga knows they're helpful
Okay.
and important. That's about
We
it.
got
That's her knowledge.
We have Esri's hand cannon, which Nubbins is trying to reverse engineer, find out how it works. Got some scrolls.
Yep, we got a wooden case with a map of the region around the castle.
Yep. So now we know that area of the map game.
That lantern.
Missiles.
Yeah, that lantern that we acquired from him. Was that
normal hooded lantern?
Hooded lantern. Okay. So we can give the hooded lantern to who was it that needed dark vision? Fish boy?
Yes.
How do you not see in the dark? You're from like the ocean.
I know, that's the one thing that's never really made sense to me about Tritons.
And also cats. Like, how do cats not have dark vision, but Tabaxi do?
They don't?
Cats, like, legit, like, cats, like, Frumpkin does not have dark vision.
My god.
It's dumb.
And after we killed the wizard, we headed back to Providence, and we went back to the Tipsy Toad, and now I believe it's the May 10th or 11th. And on the 13th, we have the meeting. What's it called again?
The envoys.
The envoys. So we have to decide pretty fast who we're going to side with at this point.
All right.
Quid has no idea what that is, right?
So here we go.
Either the Snubbins, to be honest.
To make it even a little bit more high level, defeated evil wizard, got stuff, headed back to the main city in this world, province. I have showed you guys two things, calendar and province. For those who have not been to province yet, this is the Great Last City. You guys are probably awed by how massive this walled city is. In fact, I'm going to move you guys to the district view of province itself. As you can see, there's a lot you can do in province. there is a whole, uh, I guess, best way to say it, whole political side thing that's happening. There's, it's made up of 12 different districts, each with their own kind of flavor. There's taverns, fighting stadiums, restaurants, temples, colleges, merchants, guilds, magic item shops, regular shops. There's all sorts of stuff happening. Intrigue. Um, the group has a permanent residence, formerly known as the Tipsy Toad.
I think we're still just referencing it as that.
As we should. It's a good name.
It
Anyway,
could
go
be-
on.
And we are not naming it anything Ram related anymore. He has
Were we
lost that
ever?
privilege. To be honest, I was actually considering it.
Team Ramrod. Anyway, so you guys find yourself at May 12th, and you've told the new people in the group that May 13th is kind of a big questing day. And I'm going to highlight the calendar here. May 13th is when the envoys will leave from their cities. The envoys being the free cities of Steel Province, the Citadel, and I forget the monster village's name.
Coastal Refuge.
There you go, the Coastal
Shame on
Refuge.
you.
I know. They'll leave from their cities to come to province to have a great meeting to figure out what they're going to do about the massing army to the east at the Forest Gate. Each city has offered the group some sort of reward if they were to help them be a bodyguard or be part of the envoy. And the group now has to figure out what they're going to do. If they're going to split up, be parts of different envoys, if they're going to be part of one envoy, or if they're just going to stay out of it. But you guys find yourself one day from the May 13th date. So you guys have to figure out what you guys will want to do. As you can see here on the calendar, the 15th of the envoys should arrive. And the 15th is also tax day. That will have to be paid for the toad at 6K. Yeah. The 15th is
Yeah.
Do
also
we
the
have
big meeting
anything
day.
remotely close to that?
So that is not the actual amount of the tax that we pay. If we go to the Tipsy Toad handout, there is 120 gold pieces that is due.
So I have a question.
Of course.
Does Quid know anything about the army that's advancing?
I would say it's safe to say that, on the travels back and in the 24 hours that the group has spent here in the city, doing things, that you have been caught up on the gist of what's going on. You wouldn't know the details, but I would say you would know exactly as much as you know right now.
Okay. Okay, good. Do I know if that will put my clan in danger? Like, will they be attacked?
Don't know. I'll just know that there's a massing army of various
Ne'er-do-wells.
yeah at the Forest Gate.
We had
Um,
attempted to go scout that a couple times, but bad things tended to happen. Like Ram getting possessed by this dagger, and things happen. Yeah,
Multiple things, large amounts of things trying to kill us.
all at the same time.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, we fought like 20 hobgoblins one time,
Yes, and lived.
and this was at like 4th level.
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know how we survived half of the things we survived.
I think in that particular instance, it was because Frigga went ham.
She did that
Oh.
a couple times.
What section of the city are we in?
So, great
We are in
question.
Section 12.
No, I
Also known
see.
as the Commons.
Is it because it's common?
Everything in that district is very common.
Oh wow, so common.
Except for the people residing in the Toad.
I mean, and the fish man, and the dragonborn, and the elves.
Well, this
Were there
city,
a lot of elves here?
yes, this city is predominantly made of the high races of elves, dwarves, some humans, not many, and all sorts of races. You have, you do have some of all the races, and maybe even a little bit of the rare races. So you got dragonborns and halflings and maybe even some gnomes and all down the line. Even maybe some tabaxi walking around. So this is
So
definitely made up.
sorry, continue.
Yeah, so this is definitely a the last big free city. So you'll definitely be able to see almost all races, even some of the what we would consider neutral or evil races walking about. With Coastal Refuge being made up of mostly orcs and hobgoblins and goblins and races that we traditionally would call evil. There's still some that
Gnolls.
float around here.
So I would be looked at very weirdly because I'm a fish person.
No,
No. Oh, okay, cool.
most are welcome.
It's more of a like, oh, that's interesting, than on with my day, kind of.
Yep.
Well, you don't see that there every day now, do you?
Not killing everybody, cool.
So what should we do now?
I'll bring you guys back to the toad.
Quid is just like at this table, doesn't know what to do with themselves, like putting hands on or off the bar, doesn't know what position to be in right now.
Actually, I don't think Grognak would be back in the tree right now.
So it's 10 a.m. On the 12th.
I think Grognak would have kicked both of them out of the kitchen. Yeah, because we spent the 11th as a down day, correct?
That's correct.
Well, is there anybody working the bar?
Yes.
Cool, good to know.
Yep. It is a I believe O'Deary is a rock gnome.
Yes.
Yeah.
The staff of the toad, I believe, is also. Yep.
Yeah, so O'Deary Firebelly is the bartender. He's a crazy little rock gnome.
Okay.
You can see that there's like an installed bench behind the bar so he can walk around and actually see over it.
I see.
He talks very slowly.
Well, I'm gonna turn to Frigga and say, Mr. Frigga, what have you guys come here often?
We own this place.
Oh,
We actually just got a sanction to be an adventurers guild if you're looking for work.
if it
Oh.
means I'll destroy bad
Speaking
guys.
speaking of that, Quid, you
Yes.
noticed when you guys got back that Pinrap has joined the ranks. He beat you to this place, and he's joined the ranks of the Adventurers Guild.
Do I know if he's in the city?
Yeah, no, he's actually staying at the Tipsy Toad.
Is he actually in the Tipsy Toad right now?
Oh yeah, there's a separate adventuring group that that this group controls. And there's a couple of them. There's a few people who go out on side adventures. Pinrap has joined up with them, but Pinrap, Kyra, Healy, Bungo, and Hermione all kind of form a separate group that gets sent out on side adventures.
I see. Could I try to find him?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay. Wait, just to be sure, because now I don't know why my brain's forgetting this. Is this a Tipsy Toad, this tavern that we're in right now?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go search for Pinrap right now.
All right. What else is everyone else doing?
Nubbins will go to school, knock off a few days off his herbalism training.
Altalia's painting.
Okay, so you guys are gonna kill more time. You guys are not gonna go to anywhere in particular.
Grognak will be.
Kind Because tomorrow's the thing. So we should
Correct.
get ourselves to the places that we're gonna be at for that thing to happen.
I guess Free is right.
I just have one question. I would like to throw in with someone, but I don't know any of these people. Can somebody explain to me, perhaps, just a brief summary of who these people are, why they deserve our help, and what they stand for?
Yes, I'm also curious of this.
Grognack's outside in a tree.
I don't like giving out my help to people who are trying to do things for bad. I generally just kind of want to help people.
Well, there's
But I
gonna
wanna-
be a meeting here in the city, and there's been a couple groups that just are looking to have an escort just to keep them safe on the way into here.
What kind of people?
There's some orcs and goblins. Then there's a group from the Great Spire up north. They're all magic-y types. They're hoping for some of us to make sure they get here safe too.
Mm,
Was Ben someone
Yeah?
that
Yeah, Ben Grimstone.
not you,
He
Ben?
was-
Other
Not me, Ben.
He was a rock man.
yeah,
He was
guy
part of
from
a wealthy
the
family.
Steel.
Ben
Province.
Grimstone. Yes, he's part of the royal family of Steel Province.
I'm sorry, he's a rock man?
Yeah, he's a rock man.
Ben Grimstone? Guys, guys.
Yes.
Then there was some goblins, but they wanted to make a deal with Nubbins, but Nubbins is like
nubbly.
Nubbly. Fuck those goblins. Nubbins doesn't want anything to do with them. So it's either the orcs or Ben to get this, or the other one. Is there a third one?
Because figured it would go down to the spire, or up to the spire, if needed be.
Well, I'm gonna search for pin wrap. I will. I'll be back in a second.
You do you, kid.
Sorry, go find your fish man.
There we go. O'Deary's now behind the bar.
I guess I simply don't know, but I wish to help. Just, I'll follow one of you, wherever, let's say Grognak. I'll go wherever you go with for these people.
Good choice.
As you look around, you notice Grognack's nowhere to be seen.
Grognak! Grognak!
He's
Probably
probably
out
hiding
in
in
the
the tree
tree.
outside.
It's his favorite tree.
So we as a group have to decide which faction to go with, essentially.
Quid's peeking his head out.
I mean, theoretically, we can split up.
Never split them. Even I know that. I don't even know what.
Except this is one of those
Calculation
cases
points.
where I would disagree.
How many sides are there?
To be honest, the two that
Out of
me as a
character, I
player-
forget what they're coming for, but I remember it being sort of like
Yeah.
like
Let's see.
in
active
not
quest.
like they're not planning on fighting each other. There's a meeting that they're attending.
Yeah. And of
Yeah.
the goblins, they want to establish trade routes.
Yeah.
And the magic item we get is a silver tongue magic item where we get 10% off of items.
Or 10% more for the stuff that we trade in.
Yeah. Which, from that, I don't really care about that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, what are you guys in this for exactly? The money, or because you guys want to help people?
I'm just in for the fireballs.
Both really. None of these groups have done anything worth fighting them about. They just need an escort to their meeting.
Well, if it's for the money purposes, the highest payer is probably the best choice. But it's about whoever you think is worth protecting, I guess.
I mean, Ben Grimstone will probably be the highest payer. He is noble. Has lots and lots of connections.
And
But
he
the
knows
orcs,
us.
yeah. But the orcs seem like a
And
fun
we
group.
And if
Sorry.
need be, you can get our word around. The more connections this group has, the better we are to be getting jobs.
It's also why a reason why maybe splitting up is good. Touching more bases that way. We know the area around here real well now.
I don't.
It's just a matter of walking them here.
I'll be comfortable with anybody here, but I just need to know that we're going to be doing the right thing.
Did we know what this meeting was about? Like, in general, like why everybody is meeting? This was like months ago when this quest was given to us.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Like I said at the top, it's to figure out what to do about the army to the east.
Yes.
Do I need to roll an investigation check to look for Pinwrap?
Oh, you can find him. Like I said, he's around. It's not hard.
Out of character, I have no idea what his character token looks like.
He doesn't have one.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go find him. Do I have to like go around a little bit, or?
No, you're fine. You don't have to like physically find him. You can just say for him, and you find him.
Pinwrap?
What is it that you would like to? I'm not really interested in doing a discussion with him. What is it that you're trying to convey?
I'm just trying to see how he's been, because I know I haven't seen him in a pretty good while, considering that I've been with this group, and I've also. Is there a name for this group, or is this just?
The Adventurers Guild.
With the Adventurers Guild, is like how he's doing, if he's doing all right, if he's taking care of himself, general mom type of things. If he's like getting his orange slices in, getting some water.
Yeah, he gives you pleasantries and assuades you enough that he's doing fine, but otherwise he's more or less disinterested in continuing a conversation with you.
I'm trying to hide the trident as like we're discussing things, just like behind my back sort of situation.
Sure.
Just feeling really awkward because I don't know what the hell to say. Then I slink back in and say that went as well as it could have went.
Okay over there?
Yeah, just my cousin. I go up to the bar and I say, "Do you have any tea by any chance?"
Do I have any tea?
Yes.
This is a bar, not
Yes.
a tea shop.
But
Hey, no tea at the Tipsy Toad. Noted.
no, okay. Do you have any chocolate milk?
Again, this is a bar, not a dairy farm.
Not even milk?
We have whiskey, we have ale, we have wine,
I
and
have
if you're really daring, we have absinthe.
I have no idea what those are.
The little tiefling kind of peeks his head out of the kitchen. He's like, "Ain't you a fish? How do you
don't.
even know what milk is?
We have
do fishes have teats?"
That's disgusting.
What? It's a valid question.
I'm uncomfortable.
I put my hand on Quid's shoulder. Bartender, we will have 2 glasses of your finest wine.
What's wine?
Very
This guy for
well.
real? You
Is
hear
is
this
it?
back here? You hear this going on?
I take out my trident and I just point it at the glass. Is this evil? Do I need to stab this before I
It
drink
is
it?
an empty
I don't know.
glass. I have not
I
even poured your wine yet.
I don't know what to do. I've never been in a bar. Help.
How old are you, boy?
Well, in fish years, you can. For fish years, it's let's say early adult. It's yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
He's a
honey.
child.
Talking about, huh?
Bus boy, get him a glass of water.
What?
Nah, I
What's
want
a
to see him drink the wine.
what's a what's ale? What's wine?
Really great drinks.
Yeah, it's just like water.
Uh,
It's mostly water. It is mostly water.
And O'Deary will pull a
I mean, it is a
jug
liquid.
out from underneath the bar and pour a glass of that, and then put it back, setting the glass in front of Quid, and then he'll actually go and shuffle over to the corner over here and pull out a actual like corked bottle, pop the cork, and pour it for the elf lady. And there are your wine. Will there be anything else?
Nothing from me, thank you.
Right.
I take a sip. This is strong. What is this? What's a whiskey?
If you think that's strong, then whiskey will be too much.
I kind of want to try it now.
Should finish that first. Come on, boss, you can do it.
Fine. I chug the wine. Can I roll Constitution saving throw?
You're our fish.
And this is the first time that you're having alcohol, like, ever.
Yeah, this is true. Hold on.
Ooh.
Oh shit. So, am I, what's going on here?
Greed just kind of like slaps him on the back and like, stand up, take a walk. How do you feel?
Krid's gonna stand up, walk, just like strut walk. I have to select a character token. 1, 2, stumble, like fall on the ground, like on the what wolf? Question mark.
Direwolf, yes. And
Direwolf.
He's very clearly going to growl and snap at your face.
Krid's just gonna like just pet the fur. Thank you for the cushion. You've been of very much help. Walk back.
Today's been a good morning. He'll
Can I
clean
have
up the
a whiskey?
glass because that is his job.
Can I have a whiskey now?
Boy, you're barely standing it as it is.
It's fine.
I am not
It's
going to
fine.
give you a whiskey.
I've had worse. I just had wine. It's
Frigga's just watching him, just like, kid, I don't think you have had worse.
hey.
Pretty damn obvious you ain't had worse.
Hey, it's fine. And I just go to his name's Thalia, and I just rest my head like on. Are you wearing like a shoulder plate thing?
Yeah, I'm wearing scale armor. It has points.
Just resting my head on it, not knowing the points are there, and just it's fine. Everything's fine.
He's gonna have an interesting face pattern.
What is... Is this... You're very green at this, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Oh, honey. And I finally take up my first sip of wine, and I was like, "Is it good? Is this wine good?"
Yes, you actually got like fine-proofed bottled wine. He got the commoner stuff that's been watered down.
Awesome. I'm enjoying myself.
I take
I'll let him stay there.
I take the wine out of his or her hand and I start drinking it.
Oh
and just
no,
run
you are
away.
not getting this. You're going to have to pry this out of my cold dead fingers.
Hold on. What's the roll for this? Strength or like
Whatever
Let's
you
sleight of
do is
hand.
at disadvantage.
Yes.
That's fine. Let's go.
Oof. 5.
God.
Strength versus what do you think?
You could probably do a dexterity as well.
I'm sorry, all of you guys
After all,
are being very robotic right now to me.
Oof. I think that's just you.
Yeah,
I think it is
definitely
just
you.
me.
You
If
sound
it's
fine.
if it's everyone to me, it's me. I'm sure it
Yeah.
is.
So probably like another dexterity or like a sleight of hand or something, because you're trying to keep it out of his hands as well as not spill it all over the place.
I'd say that'd probably be that would be a dexterity to make sure it's not like going all over
Yeah.
the place.
So yeah, he beats you.
Still low, but it still beat me.
Even without the proficiency bonus, would still beat you.
What
Yeah.
proficiency bonus?
Oh shit, that's your dex mod?
That's just my dex mod.
Oof.
Oh shit. But like, it's so good.
I'm gonna just slide out from underneath him, and if he falls, he falls.
Oh yeah, he's totally fallen. He has no control over himself at this point.
I will make sure your head doesn't smash on the ground, but beyond that, you'll get some bruises maybe.
He's just gonna pass out on the ground.
Roll me a 1d4.
Okay.
All right, you're out for the next 3 hours.
Okay, great.
Oof.
Creed
to
has
know.
his like elbows on the countertop and his chin in his hands and his tail's waving back and forth. He's like, "This is the best day ever."
Out of character, I'll be right back.
Wonderful. Now that that's finished, and I down the rest of my wine. What is our decision? Do we have one? Are we anywhere near one?
Well, regardless of who's coming, I'm going to escort the orcs here.
I was going to go to the spire.
No,
Which is probably a good idea.
I'll probably go to the goblins. No, they might be right. They might be useful in the long term for trade routes and such.
Perhaps,
Okay.
but
Are you gonna bring? So who else is going? Ben is going with.
I said I'd go with Grognak, and she is rather apprehensive at this moment about that.
All right, let me move to the overworld here.
so from the sounds of it, it's Grognak, Nubbins, Wolf, and Nathalia that are going as a group.
All right, I'm gonna say Ram is going with you at Frigga.
Okay.
I'm back.
Quid
good
gonna
idea.
go with
So-
Frigga when he wakes up.
Are you asking me or are you asking the DM?
Well,
You.
Are you going anywhere?
Quid has no idea what to do. So if you ask if I want to go with him, he's probably gonna just say sure.
So you take the sleeping boy with you.
Gotta earn his keep somehow.
Nubbins can go to the goblins alone, I guess.
Well, it's same city that Grognak is going to.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to take the same paths. But either
Yeah.
way, I'll stick.
I mean, at least traveling there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely traveling.
I wasn't
thought-
there the day you guys ran into them. Were they amicable towards each other? Would they move in a group together?
So
or...
the goblins are kind of, we want to do business with everybody, doesn't matter if they're good or bad. The orcs were kind of along the lines of, we don't want to side with the darkness. And it seems like they're very much segmented as far as like their leadership organization is concerned.
Whoever
So that might carry over onto the envoys.
whoever's carrying Quid while he's still passed out, his body is very clammy. just very clammy. Just like
Gross.
Well,
yeah, weird.
fish.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just like it's kind of gross, but you know it's just like he's just that way because he's a fish person. Just bleh.
So how long does it take?
3 hours.
No, well, I mean,
Oh.
traveling to.
So yeah, let me zoom in here. They're officially splitting the party here.
Officially?
Okay, so
God
these are
damn it.
7. So
You mean COD? Damn it!
it's gonna take you about 10 hours to get to the spire.
Uh,
So it's gonna take you most of the day.
so
Where would Quid be
hour
when
and a
he
half,
wakes
so
up?
about 6 hours to get to Coastal Refuge. Okay.
so
The coastal refuge is 4 squares. So you're right.
Yeah.
It's like 6, 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
3
So
hours
we had
in,
about
Frigga's
an hour and a half.
carrying the fish guy. When he starts waking up, she just drops him off her shoulder. It's like, you got feet.
Sure.
I
Can
do
you just
think
be
that
quiet?
a couple of the NPCs should probably go with Frigga,
Everything's too loud.
or the
What's
PCs acting
going
as
on?
NPCs.
Sure. All right. I have
Frig-
no problem with that. You guys have extra bodies.
Yeah.
Frigga, why are you yelling, Frigga?
So we'll start with roll me a 1d2. 1 will be coastal refuge. 2 will be the spire. Anyone can roll this. Take care.
Who's going to
We're gonna
take
deal
the
with first.
fastest? I did. It's a 2.
Grognak. All right, we're gonna deal with the spire first. So Frigga,
Yes,
you are leading a group that involves Zache, Ram, Quid. I think the 4 of you is enough. And you guys end up at you guys went. I don't have as I remember, I don't really have a great spire thing. You end up at the spire. It is 10 hours from now, so it's late at night. But you guys get in to the
8
spire.
p.m. ish.
Yeah.
As we're walking and as I put myself together, I'm just closing my eyes, my yellow eyes glowing, and I'm praying to Poseidon to see if he's there with us at all.
So you're praying to Poseidon
Yes.
while you're there? Yeah, he doesn't necessarily answer you, right? But a lot of you get some interesting looks from people, and they, you can hear them say, "Oh, he's praying to Poseidon. I saw this once before." You can hear some murmuring, some intrigue about what you're doing.
I
But
I open my one purple eye when people, well, just like if I hear like passing, and I just give a little smile and I close my eyes to keep praying.
they give you a little thumbs up and keep going. They approve. All right, so Frigga, you're leading this group.
Yes.
Mhm.
I know Zache, like, they liked him, so it's good that he came along because he had all the thoughts about siege everything. Siege fishing was his big claim to fame. But
Yeah.
I don't know any of these people, right?
No, this is the first time that you've ever been to this. This spire is exactly that. It's a great tower with a little tiny village maybe outside this great big obelisk. And as Frigga leads you in, this obelisk is just like a giant library, and like little rooms off to the side. And Frigga, as you make your way in,
Aurora here,
you
'cause this is where she.
yes, I would say you meet up with the ruling Trika or triumvirate or whatever try you want to add, and they're very happy to see you, and they ask if you've changed your mind and that you will accompany them.
We'll We're here for you. We'll make sure you get there safe.
Excellent. They say that while they're glad that there's 4 of you there, um, the only 3 of you can accompany them into the meeting, the great meeting. So you'll have to figure out what to do with whoever the 4th person is. But yes, they are still looking for a strong group to act as bodyguards.
That's perfectly fine, ma'am.
Yep.
Do what you need. That's what we're here for.
And they tell you that you can stay the night, and they'll set off tomorrow about midday to head to Province.
She'll give a little salute.
All right. So while you guys are there, I would definitely take a look at the Great Spire stuff. See if you want to do anything for the next. If you're there, like let's say you get up there about 9 p.m., you eat whatever. You have a couple of hours in the morning to mess around until you guys leave, so you can look at doing some stuff while you're there. All right. Switching over to our orc group. Grognak, who's with you?
That would be Athalia, Wolf, and Nubbin.
All right. Here's Coastal Refuge.
Nubbins is going with the express intention of accompanying the goblins.
Filthy.
So, yeah,
And the question was brought up if those two groups will travel together. Though,
yes,
from my
so-
recollection of how they were acting, it was probably not.
So they will, as you know, while there's other races like hobgoblins and other things, there are 3 major ruling races there: the orcs, goblins, and gnolls. Each of them will have 1 bodyguard with them, as you guys find out. And it sounds like Nubbins, you're taking up the mantle for the goblins.
Yes.
All right, and Grognak, they're very happy to have you along, and for the orcs.
Yeah, and how do they
But
react to the fact that I got myself a direwolf as a pet?
No reaction whatsoever.
Shame.
If anything, they're wondering if that's dinner.
Hey, no,
Did you bring dinner?
this is not
Tribute?
food.
Oh, and they look dejected. The gnolls will be having. They will hire their own or have their own bodyguard that will accompany you in the great meeting. But they tell you basically the same thing, that they're going to leave sometime in the afternoon tomorrow to get to the city. But other than that, you guys can amble about. You guys have most of the evening and and most of tomorrow as well before you guys head out to do what you will while you're there. Now I'll open this up to anyone. I've given you guys the Coastal Refuge and the Great Spire pages. Is anyone doing anything with your time before it's time to leave?
Frigga is going to inquire about her lycanthropy.
Or what?
Her
Sorry.
lycanthropy. I'm furry. I'm not
Oh,
supposed
yes.
to be furry. I'm sure
Oh,
that was
interesting.
noticed. She wasn't furry the last time she was there. Just be like, what? How is it possible to fix this?
Yeah, so Aurora tells you she can have someone look at you if you'd like, or tell you what to expect when you're expecting there. So what information are you looking for specifically?
What to expect? Because Grognak seems fine. Like, I don't think she understands the difference between, like, wolf and tiger and all the other things that they were fighting. Like, Grognak is still Grognak as far as she can tell.
Mm-hmm.
But she's, where things in general are generally considered bad. She doesn't want to be
Okay.
bad. Like, is that an actual thing that could happen, or is she gonna still be herself?
Interesting. Okay, so they're taken aback the fact that you are. Oh well, while you're inquiring, that you've been bitten, but they'll send you off to a cleric that specializes in the unnatural, unnatural beings, and he says, "Let me look it up, and he'll get back to you in the morning." But send me 3 specific questions that you want asked.
Okay.
Quid is going to, while he's there, do two things. The first thing he's going to, well, mostly like, is there a library in this place?
Many,
He's going to
many.
go to whichever libraries that he can find, look up. Does he know that they have like that they're going to be turned into werewolves or were creatures?
Unless you've asked, I don't think so, or
Mm.
someone's told you. There's not really been there's no forced transformation in front of you.
In
So I don't
that
think so.
case, he's going to search up things that would have to do with creatures who ordinarily aren't supposed to have fur or that type of kind of hair, and like see if there's any medical things that he can do or like find of how to help. The
Okay, roll
second,
me a wisdom save, 'cause I don't know if you have ever even, or an intelligence roll, just intelligence save. I just want to see if if you ever met or know of a dragonborn and what they look like.
okay, so
This may be
So you might
this may
not
be
know
may
she's
just
normal.
not
be
supposed to be furry.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. How do you
So
know they're not?
intelligence saving throw or just roll?
Anything that makes sense to you or sense to me. You can convince me. You could probably roll it. Okay, you have never seen a dragonborn before, so
This is
um,
fitting.
you don't even. This is what you think a dragonborn is supposed to be.
Okay.
This is your example of dragonborns. Yeah, sure, they have like scales and stuff, but you didn't realize that fur. It makes sense, right? They stay up in mountains and stuff, keep them
Okay.
warm.
Okay. Makes sense. So the second thing Quid is going to do is find the history with this place and any rising tensions, not just the army to the north, but any like rising tensions that either happened recently or that are still kind of like around.
Oh man. So yeah, you asked this question of the Troika, and Kurt, he perks his ears up and he bamps right next to you and
Ah,
says, "My dear boy, I am glad to tell you of the histories of this great place."
okay,
And
okay.
he will
Hi.
drone on and on and on and on. So you can ask me, send me 2 specific questions, and I shall answer.
Got it.
All right.
Also, all while Quid is listening to this, he's doing that awkward thing where he's like slowly trying to move away, but like just like I don't want to be rude type of situation.
Oh, and as you're doing this, he just bamps right behind you. He just bamps all over the place. There's no end. You just no escaping him while he's talking to you.
In his mind, Quid is thinking like, "What the fuck are you? Why? Why?"
You've asked a question, dear boy. I must answer.
That was in my head, but yes.
Eltalia is gonna do some window shopping. She is very taken with the culture of this particular village or town or whatever they want to
So
call it.
you're in the Great Spire?
No, I'm in Coastal
No.
Refuge.
Oh, okay. Are you separating yourself away from Grognak?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
I would say meet me at the Great Hall in about an hour.
See,
Then we
if
can
you
walk
would
around.
have prefaced with that, it would be oh, well, you should probably have an escort with you.
Oh please, I'm not some doe-eyed nitwit.
It's
I
the
can handle myself.
politics around here.
So, as you I don't know if, well, maybe on the way, Grognak. Before you say that, Talia, why don't you, Grognak, inform her of the village and the way it's set up?
Crockneck's not informing her of Jack.
Okay, well, never mind. Not helpful. Will Nubbins step in and tell her any of the history of the village? Nubbins is silent.
A lot of orcs, a lot of gnolls, a lot of goblins.
And how are they toward outsiders?
Well, they sold me a vial of goblin piss that they said was a healing potion, so there's that.
That sounds legit.
They're generally welcoming. They're not very hostile. There's some fighting pits and something like that.
That actually reminds me. On the travel there, Grognak would have pulled out 2 like potion bottles and given one to Nubbins and one to Athalia.
All right, cool.
Well, thank you.
Not saying a word, but these are 4d6 healing potions.
Whoa.
Nice. Cool.
They have the potential to be really good or really bad. But at minimum, you're getting 4 health.
Well, unless either of you have any reason to object, I, at the very least, would like to see the beach.
I mean, there's a beach there.
Let's go
There's
to the beach. Let's go.
there's an herb shop, a flower shop, a pet or mount shop.
I mean, it's not like I have any money. I certainly can't get robbed.
Okay.
I'll give you. Here's some spending money. I'll give you 10 GP.
Oh no, I'm not intending to really spend money here. I'm sure this is all very base quality items. Not to quietly offend these people, but I have a certain standard, if you understand.
And at that, Grognak's going to kind of lean over to Nubbins and be like, and you wonder why I don't hang out with elves anymore.
Would I have heard that?
You're an elf.
You tell me.
You're an elf.
Here, I'll roll a stealth. You roll a perception.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
I'm still not used to you rolling stealth after Echo.
Yeah, Echo had broken stealth.
He had such broken stealth. Wasn't there one that was like 30?
30
Yeah,
plus.
my crit was a 31.
My God. You had crits like 4 times in the
Well, it
same
helps.
day.
It helps that I have advantage on it with him. Or
That's
had.
This Frigga in this
True.
game.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Quid is eventually going to find Frigga. After just kind of like gathering information, he is going to go and say, "So, what are other Dragonborn like? I haven't really seen anybody out of my kind of people, so I'm not very used to all these races."
Depends on where you go. I mean, they're people just like everybody else.
Oh yes, I don't doubt that. It's more of just I don't get to see a lot of people.
Well, that's what traveling's for. Can't miss people when you're exploring the world in front of you. That's why I came out here.
Why did you start adventuring?
I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. Heard this place needed a lot of help.
What caused you to go and try to help? Is there a certain motive that drove you?
I don't know, I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. Like I got a destiny. People been saying that since I was a kid. When I was little, I took out a whole bunch of invading goblins all by myself. Rode a tree right down on top of them. Since then, people have been saying I got a life I gotta figure out.
Quid's
Deal
gonna
with
take
helping
out.
people.
Quid's gonna take out a little sigil of the of Poseidon. It's a little stone sort of like sigil that has trident on it. He says, "Yeah, I do too." And he closes his purple eye and just kind of looks at it with his golden eye. Puts it back. So, what are other Dragonborn like? Are they also furry like you?
No. Ain't supposed to got all this. That's why I was asking people about before.
Why? Why are you? No, wait. Why?
You ever heard of werewolves? Well, probably not. You got were creatures in the ocean? Like were
Do-
sharks?
Do I got were creatures in the ocean like were sharks? Hello.
I think he's thinking about this one for a moment.
Are there such things as were sharks? Is that what you're asking me?
It's like,
Yes.
are there would he understand the concept of a were creature just in
Yeah, I
like
don't know if
were
you'd
squid,
were
understand
shark.
octopus?
what's a were
A
what's a were
were-topus.
anything. A were shark. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense to you.
Okay, so I have no idea what a were creature is.
You can roll me another intelligence of some sort.
Oh, this is gonna go great. My modifier is
That would
0.
probably be history, like if you learned a thing.
Or
along the way.
Arcana.
My modifier is still gonna be 0. So just intelligence?
Roll whatever
Yeah.
you wanna.
My history is everything 0 for anything. So let's go.
Nope.
God.
Yeah,
Just
you have no idea what where anything is.
We found our
So,
new Bimmy.
what's a baby?
Not only do you not know what a were shark or a were creature is, you think that your little pond or wherever the place that you've been is fairly sheltered. So, you may even ask, what's a were shark? Like you really just have no idea what anything is. You are such a country bumpkin.
So
rolling like that.
technically.
He's
Keep
even
rolling
more
like
so.
And it's gonna get worse. Yeah.
He's like, all right, so from what I understand, I I don't know exactly if it's a curse or a disease or you just a magic thing, but there are some people that turn into animals or part animals. And they're connected to the moon, the full moon. So might get a little bit more wolfy on the full moon. Just warning you. I got bit, woke up this way.
But you're a dragon. How can you
I
turn
don't
to
know.
a
I'm
wolf?
trying not to think about it too hard.
How does that even work? Do you like keep the snout, or is there still
I ain't
scales?
done this before.
What? Can you control it? Are you just
So,
like going
I
rambling
ain't
on
done
about
this
questions and
before.
Yeah.
questions?
I'm interjecting out of character just as a reminder. Quid has seen Grognak go half bear.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're right. In the
But do you know you probably don't know that it's a were thing. You think it might just be a grognak thing.
yeah, Grognak thing. Quid has no idea. Like,
Is Quid able
what's
to put
going on?
one and one together to equal 2 on this one?
Oh hell no. He has no clue.
Canon dumbass.
He's just
Okay.
like, he's not the brightest of. He's not dumb per se. He's just not the brightest of creatures.
He's not the
He's
most
been-
learned.
No, he's been training. He has not been book reading.
He's like, you saw Grognak. Same thing happened to him. A bunch of us got bit all at once when we were fighting these things. I mean, they summoned a whole demon thing, and that thing we took out in 2 seconds. But these guys, I mean, I don't even know why they bothered. They were like way more difficult to deal with than like an actual demon they summoned from the 9 hells. So.
But can you control it like Grognak can?
I haven't been able to turn into nothing. I don't know why he is the way he is, and I ain't yet.
Uh,
Still trying to.
I don't know how to reply to this. I mean, you can try. I mean, like, and he just starts clearing off the floor with his trident. Just like, go for it. I'm ready. And just like he's getting ready just in case.
She kind of looks down at her hands and the fur on her arm. She's like, how do I try? You know about as much as I do right now.
Clench your butt cheeks and just push. Just go for it. Just, I can't shift into things I don't know. I can only make lightning bolts appear out of my hand.
I can make lightning bolts appear out of my mouth.
He just starts backing away a little bit. Oh, that's a lot of information.
What? I'm blue. That's what we do.
But I can't.
Dragons.
I can't.
And she like
throw- I
mimics
can't.
a breath weapon with her hands. It's like
I can't put any lightning bolts out of my hand, out of my mouth.
well,
it's-
you ain't a dragon.
Why?
But why am I not a dragon?
Mother, why?
You can't just ask someone why they're. Oh. I don't know. Why you got scales?
Why do I have scales? He starts having existential crisis, just like right then and there.
I think you need a nap.
I already passed out. Like,
That don't count as a nap.
but like I slept. I was unconscious. It counts.
She just pats him on the shoulder. Go take a nap. Gotta be up early tomorrow.
Quid just looks down at his hands, not knowing what he is anymore. So that happened.
Yeah. So back at the coastal refuge, Grognak is partying with the orcs.
All
He's
right.
going to find Ugnak and
Oh, yeah.
challenge him to another arm wrestling contest.
Yeah, Ugnak. You find him right where you left him, right at the bar.
Nice.
And he over the course of a drink and preparatory to arm wrestling, he asks, what you're doing in town.
Well, I was asked to escort the orc envoy. I'm here to do that.
Ah, you take Ugnak's spot. That's good.
Why?
Ugnak wants to stay here.
Why do you
Ugnak
want to
does-
stay here?
Ugnak does not like big city.
Mm.
And then he sticks out his arm.
All right, let's do this. Straight up strength or athletics? I think we were doing athletics last time.
Yep. Ugnak win! Ugnak win!
Now, is he arm wrestling with his good arm this go
Yeah.
round?
Yeah,
Okay.
he is. Yeah, you've definitely gotten that
All right.
respect. So he doesn't hold back anymore with you.
Cool. I'll place 2 gold on the table.
All
Continuing tradition.
right. He is happy to accept the wager. Not your day.
We will see.
Ugnak lose. No. One
Wanna
more.
do a best-
One more.
One more?
One more.
Best 2 out of 3. Okay.
And he throws down 5 gold pieces.
I'll match him.
All right.
And ooh.
Ugnak victorious. Drinks on Ugnak. And he laughs he like points and laughs in your face. Ha 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 ha. Ugnak got stronger. And he starts flexing.
So I am down. Let's see. I'm down 1 gold piece from that entire thing. I'm cool with that.
But you got a free drink on Ugnak.
Hey, I'm cool with that. That evens out. More bonding with my fellow orc friends. Well, I guess
Alright.
fellow orc clan since I'm an honorary member.
Yes, you are. So, Athalia, you
Yes,
find yourself at the pet shop. You're
I
saying you're
certainly
looking
do.
the pet/mount shop. What are you looking for exactly?
I'm perusing. I'm wandering. What do I find in the way of woodland creatures?
You find in a section marked bait. You find little rabbits and gerbils, that kind of thing, mice.
Chipmunk, maybe a squirrel or two.
Yeah, they're all the same. They might be like chipmunks, squirrels, and they're all just labeled mice.
Any prices?
They negotiate. It's not like they have a sticker price.
Ah, I see. Um, excuse me.
Yes, dirty elf. It's a Noel. Noel's running the shop.
How much for this particular fluffy-tailed mouse, as you've called it? And she's pointing directly to a squirrel.
What you do with mouse?
The sign says bait.
Yes, good for bait, but you elves like do other things with little small creatures.
I've got the gold. Does it matter?
Fine. For you, 5 copper.
5 copper. Can you break a gold?
No.
I see.
For you, you take three mice, 1 gold.
Oh, I see. Could I take 2
Math.
mice and I need to transport these mice. Could I take some mouse feed? Do you have any bait feed? Food for
Why
food?
would you feed bait? You don't feed bait. Bait is feed.
I believe we're at an impasse here.
300
I'll-
mice stolen that day.
Fine. I'll take the 3 mice, and I try to commune with 3 of the mice or 3 of the squirrels and see if any of them tend to gravitate towards me as in friendship, as
The great mouse.
wood elves do.
Commune with them?
Well, not commune with them, but like just
Describe what
I want-
you mean by commune, or what you're
I
doing.
want to make an animal handling check to get 3 squirrel friends, as opposed to just wild squirrels that might just run off.
Okay, so you want to get 3. Okay, sure. Make an animal handling roll for each of them. Okay, yeah. 1 is super terrified of you, wants nothing to do with you. In fact, what's your AC?
17.
Okay, yeah. He tries to bite you, but you move quick enough. 1 does take a liking to you, certainly, and he doesn't seem to be afraid of your hand. Make another roll.
Animal handling.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, he didn't seem afraid of you, but you try to pick him up, and he is not fond of that. So you can continue working with him, but these particular ones seem very bitey.
I will
They-
try to. I will try to
they
take some time.
They seem to be quite scared of being handled.
I'll try to take some time. Whatever roles or other things you want me to do, but I'll take.
Sure.
I'll take the remainder of the hour that I said I was going to be wandering around.
All right. So are you staying in this tent, or are you going to head back to? Well, I guess the tavern. I assume that's where you guys said you guys were going to meet. Tavern/inn here.
Yeah. I'll yeah, I'll try to do the work. Maybe on the road, maybe just outside the tavern where it's not so crowded.
Make one more perception roll for me. 19. Yeah, you see these kids are following you still, and you think it's best to stay on the path.
I see. Is there anywhere on the path that might not be currently crowded where I can sit and try to, pardon me, train a squirrel?
You don't think it'd be safe with these kids following you, or you may have an encounter with these children.
I see. Can I? How many squirrels can I stuff in my bag right now? Then.
Yeah, they're all in like little small cages. So you could stuff all three of them. They're bulky, but you
Okay.
can certainly do that. Probably
I'll
like
get
a
them.
half pound each.
I'll transport them.
Say
This
yeah, let's say they're
this
a
will be an
pound each. Give or
ongoing
take.
labor of love.
Okay. Yes, you're 3 squirrels. All right, so you walk in right when Ugnak has decided that he's giving a round to everyone, and he's cheering victoriously.
Oh, do I see Grognak?
Yes, right next to Ugnak.
Oh, Grognak, have I walked into some sort of celebration?
Yeah, he kicked my ass in arm wrestling again. You should give it a try.
No, thank you.
So, after hearing about were sharks, Quid is going to try his luck and see if he can find any any like combat animals, any like trained, uh, like any trained creatures that are able to fight.
Yeah, you can find a book about that, but you're not going to find them at the spire.
Okay, can I find locations where they might be? Not even in the spire, just like anywhere in this continent.
Beasts and where to find them. Is that what's going on?
Like trained beasts, hopefully, and where to find them.
Gragnak
Trained
tackled
beast?
and subdued his.
Yeah, he just wore his out.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the book you find is just the general book of beasts. Um, and in the forefront it says, "Oh yeah, these all beasts can be trained if they have the right motivation." That's
okay.
all it says, and then you see the whole entire list of beasts. And so, if you want to, you can obviously look up the. Are you buying it? Are you gonna try to steal it, or
Nah, Quid isn't about stealing. He is going to see if he can try to buy a. I'm debating whether between Fox or. Yeah, Fox.
what are you buying? A fox?
Fox.
So you're trying to buy again? There's no animals here. There's just books.
No, not here. Just like, how much would they go for?
They would not say here. I
Okay.
mean, you have to find a place that would have a fox.
Okay, I'm just gonna mark it and just kind of like keep it. Mark it in my mind, not keep the actual book.
Does he know what a fox is? Are there
Sure, I don't
pictures
know.
in the book?
Yes, there's a big picture book. Would it be? I would
Baby's
suggest
first
it
picture
actually
book
might.
of animals.
He
Yeah.
thinks it's really large and like a really big creature because it's like jumbo size type of picture. He's like, oh,
Yeah, it may
cool.
be worthwhile to buy this book for you.
I'm gonna try to buy the book. How much is the book?
Yeah, sure. The book is on gold.
Oh, I'm gonna spend 1 gold to buy the book.
All right, you have a big book of beasts. So you can spend time and look up what a beast's stats are. If you want to do it in the middle of combat, it will take you a full action to take out the book and look at the stats. But you can certainly metagame now that you have this book of
Yes.
beasts. As long as you have it on your person, you can look it up.
Cool.
But yeah, you can look up any beast.
Quid is wearing a belt. So what he's gonna try to do is he's gonna try to like stuff it in the belt to make sure it doesn't fall off.
Okay, great.
It's a book holster.
Yeah.
Frick
Uh,
would make him one of those at some point.
He's gonna go to Frigga and ask, so who is going to be going in this meeting? I know it's you. I don't know who else.
Do you wanna?
I was curious, only for the reason being is that I don't know these people. I don't know their intentions, and if they're bad, I can't
ain't bad
let that
people.
pass.
These people ain't bad
I-
people.
I don't doubt it. I need to
Clearly
be
you're
sure for
doubting it if
myself.
you need to be sure. We dealt with that before.
You have, I have not, and I trust your word, but I also need to trust myself. But if you feel someone else is better to go in, I will trust your word.
I know I want Sashay to go in.
Okay.
She's keeping it to herself that she doesn't really want Ram to go in. We'll deal with that then. Because he's pulled so many shenanigans at this point.
Okay.
Can't really trust him not to do something. So, but she's keeping that to herself for now.
Yeah, I don't think Ram has much want to be there from this side. So, Quinn, you can look up the monster manual stuff there, but I would say if you follow there, they'll take you to a 5e monster list. Go and type beast and then source MM, and those are all the beasts that are in the big book of. All right, so you can certainly look up any of those.
I have an immediate question about that. Not that it's any of my business, but are there dinosaurs in that book?
There are pictures of dinosaurs. These are said to be. Sure. There are pictures of dinosaurs. All right. So let's say you guys batten down for the night. You guys get a long rest in and wake up the following morning. Are you guys doing anything in the morning? I know the Great Spire crew will have to leave around noon to try to get to the city before the meeting that evening. The Coastal Refuge crew will have a little bit more time. They'll probably leave, let's say, 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So you have another, at least for the Spire crew, another half day to kill for the Great Spire, or for the Coastal Refuge people. You got almost a full day.
Well, Frigga in the morning will meet with the fellow she was talking to the night before and have her conversation with him about
Sure.
the thing.
Sorry, I spontaneously left. Someone called me.
And she'll talk back and forth with him for a while, get what she can out of him. That was really her goal of coming here. Besides getting, because these people have books and knowledge, and
Yes.
she's not the greatest when it comes to books and knowledge, and magical things especially. So, she wanted to see what she could learn.
Yeah, and unfortunately for you, you happen to sit next to Zashay, and he is still going on about siege fishing because they are digging it every.
Does he
little
hand
while.
her a personalized shaving kit like
What's
he had mentioned previously?
what siege fishing?
Zashay has this whole glorious idea that he's been pushing on everybody he meets. And these are the only people that actually had really seemed interested. It's pretty much a trebuchet sort of situation that launches out a giant net into the sea and draws back fish. So siege fishing.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this, but Quid has no idea what you're talking about.
The legend of yes, the siege fishing still grows. I don't know about the customized shaving kit. You guys can certainly reach out to Casey to see if he's done that. But if he has created that, I think he would definitely have given that to
Everyone affected.
well, yeah, anyone that who wanted their personalized shaving kit. He's had that day of downtime.
He's had more than a day of downtime.
It's had like a week
Yeah.
of downtime.
All right, you wake up. Squirrel Girl, you can go ahead and give me 3 more animal handlings.
Squirrel Girl.
Best comic book ever.
I've actually been meaning to read that.
It's funny. It's very good. 3 animal handling checks. 1, 2, 3.
All right, give me 2 of them seem open to your hand after spending more time. Please give me yet another animal handling. And 1 more. Oh, the second one even allows you to pick it up. Third and final animal handling, please. You fail.
Oh,
In fact, give me a dex save. Straight dex save.
You didn't touch it correctly.
All right.
that
hold on, I'm
squirrel
just
happened to
gonna-
be a dude, and you picked him up by the.
Okay.
You
you didn't catch it.
genderalized him.
Yes, you went to pick up the second one, and or after holding it in your hand, you went to try to go feed it. It tried to escape. You caught it and returned it to its cage. You can, during your short rest, attempt these 3 checks again. It's going to take 3 successful DC 17 checks in a row to tame a squirrel.
I see.
Grognak ended up spending what, like an entire day just manhandling himself on the back of a wolf
Yeah.
in order to
It's-
succeed.
Yeah, I mean, without any other proficiencies or things that you guys are doing specifically, it's just going to take good animal handling to get it done. You guys aren't talking to him. You guys aren't using any spells, so just straight animal handlings, and it's going to be difficult. Can't wait for those spiders to hatch. Okay.
Oh god, I forgot about those.
What?
Yikes.
Excuse me? No. Go back.
Nope.
Wait,
nothing
We're not
Spider?
glossing over this.
Remember I mentioned Ram and his shenanigans?
For fuck's sake.
Continue.
He's gotten eaten by what, like 3 giant
Yeah, he
spiders.
You guys buried the lead here.
So yeah,
But it-
Ram. Yes. So Ram is in possession of 3 giant spider eggs.
Yeah, and June 11th, which is quickly approaching, a month away, is when those eggs will hatch. We'll see what happens then.
Remind me to put a bar over his door. Only accessible from the outside.
He's got a saddle too. He's ready to go.
Yes, he is. I know.
Okay, so Squirrel Grill tried to tame some squirrels. Did not work. What else are you guys doing?
Grognak's just helping manhandle supplies and stuff if anything's being
prepare
by the
for
works.
prepare for the journey back. Yep.
Same with
All
Nubbins.
right.
Nubbins will coordinate with the goblins. Get ready to go.
Quid is gonna go. Is there any ocean, sea, anything like around the spire?
We're right
Yeah, so it's
on it, I think.
Yep. You guys are on a cliff, basically overlooking the sea.
A cliff, as in if he tries to jump, he'll probably take damage
So
to like get into the sea.
You guys are here. Yes.
Can he find a way to the sea without hurting himself?
You can climb him down.
Yeah, he's gonna try to
Uh,
climb down.
Okay. Do you have any climbing equipment?
No, but I
You
feel
can
like
purchase
Quid would.
some.
Yeah, that went to the adventuring group. I think they ended up breaking it.
How steep is this cliff?
It's a
face.
cliff.
Yeah, it's like straight down.
Quid's just gonna try to climb down it, no gear or anything.
Oh God.
Hey,
I'm having
this is what he would
flashbacks.
do. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh God.
All right, make a dex saving throw, please.
I'm having flashbacks.
Why is my dexterity 0?
Oh, God.
God! Wait, no, that's a check. Hold on. It's not great.
Not any better.
All right. I'm gonna look at fall damage. Give me a second.
Oh no! Oh dear!
New character.
That's actually probably going to be very true.
It's like 2d6 for every 10 feet.
Every 10 feet past 10 feet. Yep.
Yep.
What is this?
Oh, this was a
2d6
terrible.
for every 10 feet
That was
past 10 feet.
1d6 past every foot test.
Might be
Either
one.
way, it's going to be a lot of d6s.
Yes.
Could he save himself by diving into the water? I mean, he's a fish.
To be fair, I'm a fish person.
It's not the drowning I'm worried about.
I know.
Oh,
It's
you
the
fall into
impact.
this, like, yeah, it's like landing on concrete. So what is it? 1d6 per 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, roll 66.
Oh shit. Okay.
Jesus.
That'd be fun.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was
Still
imagining
potentially
this
a
thing,
lot of damage.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
fine.
imagining this thing was like a 300-foot cliff.
Oh, okay. This is that wasn't that bad. Okay.
What's your HP?
44.
For the record, that would have knocked me out cold.
Okay, I thought
For
it
the
was
record, that would have barely done anything.
I
Yeah,
thought it was gonna be
so-
a lot worse. I thought
Yeah,
it was gonna be a
Grognak
lot
doesn't need
worse.
finesse. He could just throw himself at.
So you take,
Cliffs,
so
if
you
you
fall
want.
these 60 feet. You fall the 60 feet, and you somehow are like scraping at the cliff as you're slipping, and somehow only take 23 damage as you hit the water. And it's hard. I can't imagine that is pleasant. You said it's 44, so that's half your HP.
Yeah.
All right. I need you. What's your swimming speed? It's equal to your walking speed, right?
I'm pretty sure it's equal to my walking speed. Let me check just in case though. This is why.
Did you tell anyone that you were climbing down?
No.
No, probably not.
Frigga, okay.
I just said
He's going
Frigga,
back
I'll
home
be
to the
back,
ocean.
and I just walked.
Okay, so your problem is it's just cliffs everywhere. Sure, you can swim, but there's just cliffs. You're gonna have to try to climb back up.
He's just gonna look up and say, Frigga?
So what's your speed? It's
Frigga.
30? It's 30?
30, yes.
I'm gonna need you to make 2 strength saves to climb up.
Oh, he's not trying to climb back up.
Oh, so what
Not
are you trying
just
to do?
He's gonna go underwater and just kind of look at the sea life
How
that is
much
around.
time does he have
Yeah.
for these
Yeah.
shenanigans?
I mean, this was in the morning. You guys, let's say he has maybe in 2 hours.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. He's gonna take like 30 minutes, just kind of like look at the sea life down here, just try to like say hi to any of the creatures because he can communicate to the creatures, they can't communicate back. So he's just kind of like going around saying hi, looking at the school of fishes.
Yeah, sure. There's really not that much because you're next to a cliff, and fish don't like being next to a cliff.
He doesn't know that.
Slammed. They get slammed against the cliffs with the hard currents. It's probably all you can do not to get slammed into the cliffs.
Cool.
As
So
good a
I'm
swimmer as you think you are, it's tough going right now.
I see. Well, I'm gonna go try to climb back up. 2 strength saving throws.
Yep.
Well, let's do this.
First, do one at a time.
Okay. First one.
Sure,
21.
second one.
14.
That's good. All right, so you successfully somehow, but climbing is not a full 30 feet, right? It's half your speed, so you need to make 2 more.
2
Every
more.
50
Got it.
feet.
12.
Make
Okay,
a
I'm
dex
kind
save.
of
Because you're in
Oh,
armor. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah, I get it.
And
Let's
soaking
save.
wet.
14.
All right, that's fine. You hold on. One more, please.
Oh, I'm kind of scared for this roll. Okay, 14.
All right. Somehow you manage to cobble yourself up this cliff.
I'm just gonna like walk back to Frigga. All my face is like bloody, like my armor's sort of a little dent, not too much, and just like one tooth like it's missing. Just go, hey Frigga. So when's the meeting?
And he's soaking wet.
Just
I'm dripping.
And he smells
Well-
like the sea.
fish. So not
Doesn't he always smell like the sea?
Yeah, but this is more potent.
more
This
so.
is more. This is more fresh sea
Yeah.
as opposed to like dried seaweed on the beach.
Just blood running down my face.
So arguably he smells better.
A little bit.
Who knows?
Did not know this character was gonna go this way, but this is how this is gonna go.
Wait, that's right. He was bleeding. Craig,
That has
come
to
on.
sting.
Where shark?
Come on.
Homebrew.
No such thing as a were shark. All right. So yeah, you guys meet up in time, and I guess you guys can walk back. Goodness.
Who thought this was gonna happen today? Anyone? Anyone?
You never know with
Anything
this
is
one.
possible.
I knew there was going to be shenanigans.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
By luck, you guys arrive maybe about half hour apart, with the coastal refuge group arriving first. They province. So they say that they've have accommodations that have been put up for them in the central district, and that you are to meet them at early in the morning. The meeting, while everyone kind of knows it's happening, they don't know when it's going to happen. First thing in the morning at 6 a.m. So you are to meet them in the central district at 5 a.m. Otherwise, you are generally dismissed.
Question.
Yes.
Trees.
What about trees?
Central District, are there trees?
No, not really. There's small, like, ambiance trees to make people feel good. There's not. It's
Damn.
pretty cleared out.
Okay.
How did
Then
I
I guess
survive?
Grognak's tucking in early.
There's not a big tree or anything like that.
How did I survive?
The second group, the Spire group, a lot of the same. There's accommodations that have been put up for them in the central district. There's not really room for them. Plus, they're kind of family, so they don't really want you in the same room. So they know that you guys are at the Tipsy Toad, and they say, just meet us back here by 5 a.m. for tomorrow's meeting. You guys get in. What do we say? It's in the evening. It's late evening right now. Let's say it's 10 p.m. Just enough time to get in a long rest if you feel like it.
Maybe considering it just kind of fell down a cliff. I think he needs a little rest.
Yeah, he totally got slapped upside the back of the head for that.
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Frigg is smart enough to put one and one together.
I mean, there's no
Quidge.
path down to the thing, to the water.
Quid's just gonna go, just whistle and just like not like try to not say anything and just keep walking.
Kid, I got your back. If we're in a fight, you kill yourself. You're on your own.
What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking. I don't. And he just walks away.
All right. So let's fast forward to the morning. You guys all get up bright and early before the sun. It's 5 a.m. And you guys all walk out to the central district, meet who you're supposed to meet. Is there any last minute things you guys want to do? Or do you guys want to just
3
proceed?
animal handling checks.
Prank
Uh,
Poseidon.
Sure. Well, hold on a second. Athalia,
Okay.
I don't believe you are part of the group, so you're probably not awake yet. Since you're not going to escort. I do
Oh,
need.
okay.
All right, I do need you guys to put down your characters, whoever is an escorting here in the gallery. Grognak specifically, be right behind the orcs. Yep.
God damn it! It did. We need to fix that token.
Well, he's not invited in. The wolf will not be invited in.
Then the wolf will be sitting outside in the lobby.
Fair enough. Nubbin's putting you behind the goblin. The Steel Province people, they brought earth elementals.
They do that.
And why are there
Yep.
hyenas?
Those are gnolls.
They look like hyenas.
Yeah, that's what gnolls look like. All right, Frigga, Zache, and
Quid.
Quit.
is Quid. All right, Quid, yeah.
Where is Quid?
Absolutely, Quid.
Yeah, because I wouldn't trust Ram inside that area.
Where is Ashe's sheet? Or can I just not see it?
It's in the non-active players.
Oh, okay.
Let's you guys. Good night. Good old assassin. All right. So the meeting kicks off with the 4 representatives of the 4 free parties going off, and Province, first noble next to Sari. She stands up, says, "Thank you all for coming. In these dire times, you all know why we're here, so let's get to it. What say you on the matter of the gathering armies at the Forest Gate?" And Ben gets up. Cannot stand. I can never do Ben's voice. It always comes out as McGruff. We cannot
Like
stand
that.
for this. We must attack before they attack us. And Aurora gets up. Yes, many excursions have come and tried to disrupt our lives. If we do not stand together, we will all fall individually. Sari stands up. And he begs the question. What do we know? Have any information about what they are actually doing here? Anyone? And they all look around. Ben, still pounds on the table. What do you mean? They're obviously going to attack. And Sari, they go back and forth like this. Sari demanding proof. And unfortunately, outside of excursions here or there, no one can come up with some proof.
Quid raises his hand.
You are not to be heard from. You are in the gallery.
Oh,
You
okay.
think
My
it
bad.
best to stay quiet.
He still just like has his little hand up, just like not all the way up, it just kind of like at his chest, just waiting.
Yeah, you are not going to be acknowledged. you're you're there for protection.
Oh, I know this, but like Quinn doesn't know this.
Okay. So during this meeting, the orcs, the goblins, the gnolls, they stay generally very quiet. And it seems like the Steel Province is the largest aggressor to attack first, with the Spire agreeing, and the not notables, the Council of Nine are split on the issue. They don't know what to do, if they should try to gather more information or what. Um, and it seems like there is not going to be movement from province, as they are locked. And Ben insists, without province, we cannot stand to attack. You must decide. And still nothing from the Council of Nine. They seem deadlocked. So after back and forth, it seems like nothing will happen, as the monster coastal refuge people are staying out of it, and only half the Steel Province inspire for it. They suggest that they meet again they send out scouts. They'll delay this vote again until the calendar.
Quid is going to take out his.
Hold on.
Sorry.
They say that they'll delay this for 3 days, but they ask that they send out scouts from each of the parties, and they look to the gallery for volunteers. Any volunteers from this group to scout? Figure out who is and what we might face.
Grognak's going to speak up at that. I thought we've already reported all of that. Have you not gotten the report from Midway Tower?
We know that there's an army, but we do not know what their purpose is, nor do we know their numbers.
Yeah, you do know their numbers.
And how many are there?
Fuck, it's been like 3 months, man.
There weren't a lot. You didn't have a specific numbers. Just knew that there were a lot.
You gave us like a total number of like regiments and platoons and everything
Did I?
that we had seen. Yes, you did. You had given us like.
So you report that back. That's great. That's very helpful. Oh, I had not received that information. There's some murmuring.
And I believe they had some siege dinosaurs.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I'm
So you
pretty
did
sure
know.
they had
Excuse me?
dinosaurs.
I remember dinosaurs. I was there for that. Was when
Yes.
we went through the woods and there were dire wolves. There were just wolves everywhere.
That is right. You did see that.
Dinosaurs!
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
We're talking
Oh,
like
that's right.
Triceratops, Stegosaurus.
I am a Stegosaurus.
Okay. So Quid just starts breaking. He turns white and starts going into hysterics, but that certainly sways some of the council. Well,
Fervently looking up
in that
dinosaurs in
case,
his new book.
we must prepare.
Oh yes.
We must
Quid.
prepare for battle. Clearly, they are ramping up, but we must know when they set off.
Quid tries to raise his hand again.
Grim says, "This does not matter. We attack. We need to before they can attack us. You heard the report." And it seems everyone is dissuaded by this information. And it seems like that will win the day. We will need to mobilize. We will mobilize.
Excuse
and
me?
we will set off to attack. Today is the 15th. We will leave in 3 days. The 18th. We'll set off for the Forest Gate. Assemble what you need. Go back to your towns. Prepare for war.
Quid raises his trident now.
Yeah, no one's paying attention.
He's gonna slam it on the ground.
Calm
Again.
your shit, please.
No one cares. And it's with that, it seems like this meeting is adjourned. I would say it's been successful. The information you've gathered was able to sway the day.
Yeah. It was like, but we've already done the scouting of all of this. I don't want to go back and do that
Well,
again.
Done. All right. So you guys get excused, and let me head back to province.
Kid, I don't know what it's like down under the sea. You gotta calm yourself.
But they have no strategy. We don't know how.
That ain't
What's
for
the-
this meeting.
Yeah, but it's good to think about ahead, at least. I
What makes
haven't
you
been.
think they know? Apparently they got an army. You'd think they'd have generals for that. None of these people are generals.
Yeah, but if we're gonna go to war, we have to know how we're gonna beat them, not just that we're going to war. I've been in enough battles to know that.
The
You
way
can't.
you beat them is you stab them more times than they stab you.
All right.
And there's
So-
things that can regenerate after being stabbed. It's it's better to find a weak point rather than to just go in head first.
Yeah.
But
Craig, remind my 3-month-old self, there was nothing in that group that could regenerate, correct? It was mainly hobgoblins, goblins, orcs, maybe a couple of ogres,
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think that was mostly the group. I'm not 100%. I'll
Yeah.
have to go back and check. So, with the with that ending, the Spire people ask you, or Aurora, Ravenkurt ask you guys to escort them back. The goblins and orcs ask you to do the same, so you guys can collect. I assume that you guys do.
Yes.
So you guys end up at the Great Spire in Steel Province. Not Steel Province, excuse me. You guys end up at the Spire and Coastal Refuge. And they say two things. First, they want to thank you for your service, and they will give you your reward, Coastal Refuge. Let's see. The goblins, they do give you the Silver Goblin's Tongue Charm. It's an attunement item, but you do receive it. The orcs do give you the 10 pieces of goading incense, Grognak.
And remind me what that does again?
Absolutely, I can. I will put these in here. In the chat.
I will be right back, guys.
Grognak receives goading incense. Nubbins, you receive a silver's the tongue charm, which is an attunement item.
Okay.
Great Spire. When you get back, they give you a blessing. This blessing increases the vision the group has on the overworld map. So you guys can now see beyond what you normally can see. Which I'm going to change now on Dora.
So how does that work, like, in character? Do we get a map, or is this just like we have an insight into what's around?
Yeah, no, in character they just give you this blessing that stayed upon you guys. That's just, I don't know, just increased magic. You guys feel more invigorated. And they tell you that there are other like item or light things or blessings that can help your party as a whole travel around the map or travel around Utopos. And if you want to see what the difference looks like, because it's not a small difference. Goodbye. Whammo. You get to see a lot more. Oop, Dora. Dora. She does this from time to time. Anyway, yes.
I am back.
So you guys get your stuff. The 18th is when the they said they would set out. Returning you. Well, I'm just gonna return you back to Steel Province for right now. They also say that in this coming battle, you are welcome to act as a captain of a group or of a regiment. I will now show you guys and talk to you guys about large scale battles. All right. So large scale battles, which you guys are definitely gonna enter here in the next session or two. And I want to spend some time talking about it and what that's gonna look like. You guys will act as a general or a captain of a regiment. Every 10 feet of movement is a square. Your HP is your current level plus times 10, right? You can read all this stuff. So it's basically we're going to act as if you control a regiment and you have some basic alterations to attacks. You can attack adjacently unless you're controlling a ranged unit. The ranged unit have general attack squares of up to 3. If you have a magic based group of people, a regiment, they attack up to 2 squares, and they need line of sight where or ranged people do not. There are also terrain bonuses based on where you're standing. You may either get like movement speed or movement bonuses. If you're on a hill, melee is up or down. And there's also a morale system. If you can decrease morale of a different group, you can even have the other groups join your side or flee, or become even get bonuses for the more morale that you have. So, and then so that's like the easy part, and this is kind of like a different sub game. Your units, you're going to be able to pick and create your own units based on where you are and what's available to you. You can pick the race. Again, some races may be assigned. Like for you, Grognak, you're going to command orcs.
Orcs.
Right? Orcs are what you're going to command, or half orcs. And you can see they have bonuses per the units. And then you pick a class. And the classes are a little bit different than, fighter, wizard. They have different names and different things that they can do. And you can pick the class.
So the class is for
100%.
your entire group?
Is it for the entire group?
Like your
Right.
entire company that
Mhm.
you're manning?
Exactly.
Okay, so I have a question.
Sure.
Is this one person that's going to be doing this, or are we going to be a group effort, or is it like a turn-based, just like one person gets to control the group, and then another person gets to
Great
control the group.
question. So this will be a turn-based strategy game, flat out. There will be your side and the bad side.
Okay.
Events may happen. There may be environmental effects. There may be game events. But this is for all intents and purposes, a turn-based strategy game.
Okay. And do we all get armies? Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, whoever's showing up is going to get an army, depending on what side you guys aligned with. You'll have access to certain groups, and certain ones you won't have. So, since Grognak, I'm just going to pick on you since you
That's
have.
cool.
So, you were the bodyguard for the orcs. You have access to half orcs and orcs. Okay, they have their own bonuses, and then you can pick out the class type. Right, some classes align better with orcs and half orcs than others do, and they all have like this little special things that they can do. Other ones that they can't do. So for nubbins, you have access to goblins and hobgoblins.
All right.
All right, since you picked that, right, to help them out. So you can choose that, and then you can pick the classes that you want, or the class for your type.
Low orc berserkers.
Okay.
All
Got
right.
it.
Frigga.
Yes.
So you're actually a little different. Since you helped out the Great Spire, they actually have all sorts of races, but they have certain types of classes that are there. So one thing that I will say that these extra classes are all based on the D&D types. So like if you're a wizard, there's two types for you. There's magicians and witches, all right? If you're a sorcerer, you could be a magus or a mystic. That's the way I broke it up. So for you, I have to make sure I figure this out again, but there are specific classes that reside at the Spire. I believe it is clerics, wizards, and hold on. Actually, no. Monks, clerics, and wizards. So you have access to this one you might want to write down. So you have access to witches, magicians. Monks are ninjas or elementalists. And clerics are clerics. The druid. Thief. A chemist or engineers, right?
For cleric?
Yep. And clerics are chemists and engineers. So you have access to those 6 different classes.
So I would pick one of these in one race?
Yeah, you can pick any race, since you could probably find any race there at the Great Spire, but you're limited to those 6 classes.
Okay.
Same thing if Zache comes by, he'll have to pick from one of those. Quid, you also get to choose from one of those. Othalia.
Yar.
So you're in an interesting spot. You tagged along with Grognak, but also some of the nobles have approached the Tipsy Toad adventuring crew and have asked for them to participate as generals. So in this coming war, it seems that you guys will control a sizable force, and there will be some, I guess, me or NPC movement that I will control. But you can choose, it seems like, to either control goblins, orcs, if you're going to help out with Grognak on that side, or you can pick from Province, and Province has access to all races and all classes.
Interesting. Okay.
In fact, you know, I'll make Zache has to pick siege weaponry if he comes. There's just no way around it, right? He has to. He has to be a siege.
Okay. So I have a quick question. I'm sorry.
Yes, of course. No. I imagine there will be lots of questions.
For classes,
Yeah.
do we only pick one?
Yep. So you will be controlling one group.
One
Okay.
entire group. Okay.
Yep.
And
one
if
group will
we
be made up of all of those.
if we pick something like cleric, do we have to build like a whole character sheet, or is it?
So no, that's a great question. So you could if that helps you keeps track. And but what we'll do is you'll tell me what the class is. I'll drag over a icon for your unit. We put the HP based on the HP that is uh, based on the starting HP level.
Mhm.
And you'll just have to, you know, we'll roll initiative just like we normally would. And then we have all these other extra things. But if you want a character sheet, I could do that. It's going to get a little messy if we do that.
No, that's
Hopefully,
okay. I wasn't sure.
yeah. And
Do our little armies level at all, or
no,
they just are
you
what they
guys
is?
might be getting XP, but you guys will probably get XP from this. I haven't figured out exactly how to do that yet, but your units will not level.
All right, I'm gonna read all this while this is going on. So what races are we the people of the Spire are able to access?
People Aspire, you have all of the races, but only
Okay.
certain classes.
Okay, so for races, how are we also only picking one race, or can we pick multiples of races?
One race.
One race, one class. So basically, like its own character, except this is broken up between so many people, quote unquote. Let's say.
Yep.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Mega's gonna rock Dragonborn ninjas.
Love it.
Oh, one more question. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
With this, are our armies going to be together? Like, are we going to be like, or are we going to be in different places?
So, yeah, it's a decent question. So from what you've asked of the leaders and Grognak to ask up, or no, Frigate to ask up, it sounds like the armies will all leave from the different places on the 18th to attack the forest gate.
Okay, so we won't be together. Our armies won't be working together.
That's correct. They'll
Got
be
it.
working together, but you guys will be spread apart.
Okay, good to know.
Now, I know this is a lot of information to take in, so we can go up until the 18th in this session. But then when we get
might
to
work berserkers.
the 18th, we'll probably need to stop and start talking about it. Okay.
I'm really excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, this sounds dope. I'm into it.
So what you're saying is we can start doing this today, but once the day gets up to the 15th.
Well, you guys are on the 15th. They said they were going to take off on the 18th.
Oh,
So that gives you
18th.
that gives you about 2 days now, because really you're at the end of the 15th or the middle of 15th, whatever it is. That should give you 2 days to figure out what you guys want to do for downtime to prepare. And that should take us up until when we end this session. This session might be a little short, but when we start this battle, I want to make sure we get everything. We start fresh, so we have plenty of time. I can answer all your questions. It's very new and different.
So really quick, next week, I'm working until 9, so I will be late, but I will be here.
Okay. That's cool.
So what are druids? What are there? Is the wisdom or is it intelligence for druids?
So, okay, yeah, maybe. So, unless you're specifically limited by class, I would just stick with whatever it's here. So don't worry about like which one's a druid. I
Okay,
just
because
say,
I'm
okay, I want to pick a shaman or an
mhm.
animist. Hint, hint.
I'm thinking. Oh. Okay, all right.
So what you guys have heard, it seems like every council member will lead an army, and there'll be maybe a couple extra generals from here or there, famous people from perhaps warriors and whatnot. Um, and there will be a couple of armies from the Spire, Steel Province, and from a coastal refuge.
Now, during those 3 days, those
Mhm.
are essentially downtime, correct?
Yeah, these 2.5 days are downtime.
Okay, so Grognak wants to try his hand in the pit.
Oof. What level are you?
7.
Um. Okay. So before you jump on board with that,
The only
do
thing
you
I
have
gain from additional health is HP, or from additional levels is HP.
access to the Doom Vault game?
I believe I might.
Okay. So once you know that the champions line up exactly with the Doom Vault pre-gen characters. So you can
Okay.
take a look to see if there's someone that you may want to challenge.
Sure, let me launch Doom Vault. Take a look. Doom Vault. These are the avatars for viewing only. Like the Dwarf Berserker, Fallen Angel, Blessed
Yep,
Turtle, all of that jazz.
all that jazz. The avatars.
Hmm.
Those are the 10 champions.
Well then. Gosh, that's going to take a little bit to take them down, but I could do it.
Love the chutzpah. If that's something you actually really want to do, let's pick a date and time and we can definitely do it.
All right.
That's not an issue. I don't want to sidetrack us just going back and forth fighting.
Are we going to? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Are we going to be by the water?
This will be a large scale battle. You think that if your destination is the Forest Gate, and you'll be starting where you are at the coastal refuge. Yeah, you'll be starting near water, or you're Spire. You're starting near water.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Because I had a plan in mind, but it kind of falls apart. Okay.
And everybody is wondering how Quid ended up with a command in the army.
Yeah, seriously. How did Quid have command in an army? I'm actually asking.
You met the wrong people at the right time.
Yep.
Just like
So
2 weeks ago, just like sitting, just in his in his house, just with his people. 2 weeks later, fighting with an army, commanding.
So yeah, you each find a general map that you guys can view, and this is what you see as, and this is what you've seen maybe crudely drawn or not. But this is the map, the general layout of the large scale battle, or of the with the forest gate here, spire, coastal refuge, province, obviously the big castle here, steel province.
I think I got my army. I think it's going to be elf elementalist.
So it was weird. I picked the names from Final Fantasy Tactics as best as I could and tried to match them up with what we do in D&D. This is the best I tried to match them up.
Oh yeah.
I haven't played that in ages. Like 10 years ago.
So what armies do we have so far?
Dragon ninjas.
I love that.
Dragon ninjas or ninja dragons?
Yes.
Oh wow, the
Good
Ninja
point.
Dragons.
Draginjas. We have elf elementals.
I think I'm going to go with a hobgoblin and either mystic or magician.
Nice.
I'm not sure yet.
Because you can cast Fireball.
That's the one, but it's -1 HP per level. I don't want to take that nerf. But or a magus. Magus. Whatever.
So when it says bonuses, those bonuses are what you get from the race of the units and the classes. So they're not like your individual bonuses that you're bringing in. So for your hobgoblin maguses, your HP would be whatever your level is times 10, and then add the extra bonus in. So you're level what, 8?
7.
7 times 10 is 70, and you get extra 5 HP. So you're 75 HP.
Damn.
But if I pick the magus, it says, or if I pick, for example, if I pick magician.
Oh yeah, if you pick the magus, which is the magician, right? Which is -1 HP per level. So you'd be, again, minus 7 plus 5, so you'd be 68 HP. Exactly. That's exactly how it would go.
All right. I think I'd rather have the HP. I don't know. Let me think about it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
take on
absolutely.
the devilish Harley Quinn.
Nice. So what days are you free then?
Basically every evening that is not tomorrow.
Okay. So we can shoot for like a Thursday
That works.
or Monday, actually, because tomorrow's Sunday. So we can do Monday or
Yes.
Thursday. It
Monday
for me.
works.
All right, great. And if anyone wants to watch or participate, they certainly can.
Can we cheer on, like big sides?
Yeah, absolutely.
Trigger would be
I have
there.
no problem. I have no problem doing that.
We
I
would
just don't
have
want to
popcorn.
sidetrack us right now.
But yeah,
So
I've already voiced what I want. As far as the large scale battle is concerned.
all right. So if that's the case, let's start getting some. We can drag some icons on there And then next time we see this map, I'll fill it out with stuff. I haven't actually put any units on here for the bad guys yet. Wanted to see what happened with you guys.
I have a question because I'm looking
Sure.
at a particular combo that interests me before I even saw all of the potential questions that I have with this.
Uh-huh.
Half-elf engineers.
Uh-huh.
So, attack type ranged, bonus all attacks count as magic. Half-elves, ranged attack +1, magic attack +1.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like all of those things stacked together.
They do.
Okay, that's my question, and that's probably what I'm going to go with then. Not for that reason, just I like the idea of half-elf engineers, but that answers me a question. Thank you.
Yep. So they're interesting, right? So they do ranged attacks, but they count as magic. So you can do 3 attacks or 3 range, but they're magic.
All right. Do they have magic +1?
The half elves do.
Ah, cool. Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be great.
Although the half orcs are technically better.
Well, it depends. Are you going more melee based, or are you trying to go more support based?
I have orcs at my disposal,
Oh, I see.
so it's going to be melee.
I'm thinking about staying more in the back. I think I'd rather do crowd control and support.
Yeah, no, technically taking half orcs is better. So what's the max magic 1d6?
So all attacks are more or less 1d8 damage. But certain ones get down or as a more or less attacks for taking that race is a 1d6.
Gotcha. So if I was to take like half orc, like shamans, for example, they would have 1d6 for their attack as opposed to a 1d8.
Half orc shamans. Max magic is 1d6, right? So if you're using magic with a half orc, yeah.
Okay. That answers what I wanted to know. But yeah, definitely taking berserkers.
Also,
And
with the Dragonborn and their fire breath, is that like where can that cone go?
Yeah, so each square is
10 feet.
Is it 10 feet?
If I'm not
This is what
mistaken,
she
I thought.
said.
Yeah, let me double check.
But like I'm just meaning because I know like regular Dragonborn fire breath shoots out in a line, and this is
Yeah, I
like a
think
square and a
everyone is-
cone. So how do we like how do I know where I can park that cone? Is it like 5
Right.
foot distance, or
I think every square. Let me make sure the movement.
You're gonna cross beams.
3 squares before bonuses. So yeah, every square is basically 10 feet. That's how we're saying the movement is 10 feet. So I would say, well, yeah, I mean it's depending on whatever the colored dragon is that you're picking.
well, it says fire breath.
Oh yeah, it's fire breath. Okay, so it is in a cone. So yeah, you get 1 in front of you, right? So I would draw it. Let me just draw it. So a cone would be 1 in front, up to 3. So that would be like the cone. But for
Okay.
that would be basically.
Blorp.
And it's only the armies that are fighting, not our characters, right?
Right. You guys are commanding them.
Got it.
So that being said, let me start getting some pictures for you guys. All right, so Ragnar, you said what berserkers? Orc or half orc berserkers?
Let's do the half orcs.
All right. You want them to be ugly or no?
It doesn't matter.
Well,
These are berserkers. They're going to have battle wounds.
all right. So I can show you what this one looks like, or we can do this one. There's also that one.
First
Yeah,
one
no
kinda looks
cape.
like a zombie. No cape.
Knock it!
All right. You get some gray looking dudes.
That's fine. Capes will get them killed.
All right. Advance. Orc berserker. Controlled by Ragnar. You want a color? I can tint them a color.
Not really.
All right. Well, we're gonna pick green. Well, you want green or red for all? Let's do green. Save change. All right. There you go. You have a green. That way we know that they're coming from coastal refuge. All right.
Cool.
Who's next?
Dragonborns? Ninjars?
I'm just picturing all the Dragonborns doing the Naruto run.
So there's not a lot of pictures of Dragonborns in this library, unfortunately. And I can give you a picture of Bimmy. Let me just do dragon. Actually, I think you'd rather have the dragons. Here we go. That's just like a lizard. This is an option. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. It really could just be anything.
It looks so displeased
A
with life.
sigil.
Kind of like Frigga.
Except less furry.
Yes. I'm fine with that. It
Always
doesn't need to be
be
anything super special.
good old Bimmy.
It's Wendell.
Or Wendell, that's right.
Yeah,
You
we
remember
murdered his ass.
He just needs a little like ninja mask, the like black ninja mask.
Oh, that's right, black. So this one might be more fitting. Again, it really doesn't matter. You do that.
We could use that guy.
All right, we'll do that.
The whole Wendell situation was hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Back
Dude
when
had it coming.
times were simpler.
He
And
still had it coming.
you guys are
Yeah, but that was like
Okay.
another Nubbins MVP situation. That whole tiny Wendell.
Yeah.
How can I forget?
Nubbins,
shining
you
moment.
know?
For me, I don't know.
Yep. Okay, you got time. You don't have to know
I
now.
don't know. Red, I guess. Hobgoblin. Red for fire. I'll probably go with the magician.
You got time still.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, you want a magician? Do it. Sword. There's many splattered goblins and hobgoblins as there are regular.
So with the ninja, I have to spend a key point to do an unarmed strike, or is that just a melee
I believe so, right?
attack? Is that
What
5?
does it say on there? Because it's an extra attack.
Oh, like an extra.
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
extra, like a extra
That's
bonus
it.
attack. Yep. Quid,
Hi there.
did you have a choice?
In terms of what the thing's gonna be,
Mm-hmm.
if you have options, I'll see them, but like generally not really.
You don't know what you want to do yet? That's not a problem.
Well,
With
he
the
said
armies,
elf something.
elf elemental,
Oh.
elementalists. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about icons.
All right. And we're gonna pick a courtesan, because why not?
Okay.
Okay. All right, Ben, Nathaniel, you have any
Yeah.
idea?
I'm definitely going to go with the half elf engineers.
Okay. Did you know if you wanted to start out? Oh, so you're gonna start out in the city.
Yeah, I think that's probably where she would end up.
Okay.
So will we be able to get to start today, or are we gonna wait till
No,
the session?
will not be able to start it today.
Okay. So do you think we'll be able to finish this in one session? Like finish as in
Probably not. Probably
okay.
not. This is. I don't know how many large scale battles we'll have over the course of the whole game. So I want to make this one as memorable as possible, but I don't want it to drag either. So
Oh, I'm excited as hell.
what should Zashay? He's definitely doing siege weapon. What is he doing? Is it a tower, a catapult, ballista, or battering ram?
I think catapults would be his style.
All right.
I would agree.
I do concur.
He would finally be like, "Yes, these are the siege weapons I was talking about.
6 sachets right here.
We just retrofit these with a few nets, cast them out into the ocean."
It is. It's like he's right here. All right. So the gnolls are seminal. No. This is what I'll do. There are. Would you like for me to fill out the rest of the armies on the good guy side, or would you guys like to do so?
Um,
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Same.
Okay, fair enough. So this is what I'll do. Grognak,
I
there will be one more army coming from Coastal Refuge. They can be they're
I do not see Knoll on that list.
they are not. So you can pick. I'll let you pick a. You can pick a weird race. Let's say the Knolls hired out a mercenary group. They can be of anything that's weird and traditionally
Well, I mean,
morally corrupt.
you
So
did mention that there were kobolds in the city.
you can pick kobold. You could pick lizard folk, Yuan Ti. You could pick, hobgoblin, half orc, just something that is could be construed as neutral or evil. Let's say they hired a mercenary band. So I'll let you pick that. Nubbins,
Yo,
I want you to pick out the wizard school. They have their own. So I need you to pick a wizarding group.
okay.
Anyone that does magic.
All right.
Pick one for the wizard school. Let's see. Ben.
Yarra.
Actually, Ben and Mike. Pick a melee type. It could be any class, and pick a good aligned race. They will start out with province. Frigga. Frigga, you there?
I think someone just dropped out.
I'm
Might have
here.
been her. Oh,
Okay, great.
Oh, it was Mike who dropped out.
no.
Okay. I would like for you to pick specifically a dwarf race and any other class that you would like, and that's going to come from Steel Province.
Ooh.
Nubbins. Oh, you're doing the wizard school.
Yeah, it's gonna be evocation, by the way.
Can I do Kenku Assassins?
You absolutely can do a Kenku assassin.
My pick is going to be Dwarven Crusaders.
One at a time. Unfortunately.
Sorry, my
No,
bad.
you're fine. You're fine. It's me.
Sorry, my lord.
Building.
Something you doing?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Hill Dwarf Entertainers.
All right. There's the third one coming from there. All right. So Ben, you had mentioned you figured something out.
Dwarven Crusaders.
Ooh, that sounds fun. You can start filling in the HP and stuff. I won't mess with them. Huh? Weird. Some of them like
Filling in the HP and stuff where?
So if you click on the token.
Oh, click on the token. Duh.
There you go. Who else has decided?
You told me to pick more dwarves for
Yes.
whatever. I want
Steel
dwarven
Province.
entertainers because I am imagining a large group of like dwarves just rolling along, screaming, drinking songs to get everyone's like morale up.
Okay.
Just screaming.
Dwarves
Just
don't
drinking.
sing; they yell everything.
All right. I am looking for a dwarven entertainer. A lot of fighters. Here we go. This is. All right. So we got red. Oh, we got green, black, blue. Steel Province. They're more of like what color do you think they are?
A
Probably a
steel.
steel colored. Damn it,
Steel,
you
like a
keep beating
gray?
me to these jokes every time, Effie.
Gotta be quicker.
Sure.
It's because I use push to talk. That's the only reason.
They're gonna have a special unit. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's not. They blend right.
So the HP
Gold
plus
it
per
is.
level, is that like an extra 1 HP per level?
So, what's your level?
7.
7. So 7 times 10 is 7.
Right, but the berserkers have an HP plus per level.
Oh, okay. Well,
There's
then
no
there you
number
go.
specified.
7. It's 7 then.
Okay.
Let's say this. For any of these NPC things, let's just say they're 5. That will be
Okay.
my base. That's probably going to be my base for the evildoers. Also,
So the NPC ones would be like 50?
yeah.
Okay.
That reminds me, the dwarves. They control some earth elements. So you guys will have earth elements. All right. Ben,
Yar?
did you pick out a second one?
I get a second one?
Did you not already?
Dwarven Crusaders?
Okay, yeah, I got the Dwarven Crusaders.
Wait,
So who am I
everybody?
missing? Mike,
Yeah,
yes.
Mike
Oh, you
didn't get
missed it.
an NPC group.
I need
Oh
you.
yeah,
I
Mike,
did.
you were tabbed out at the time, I
Yes,
think.
I need you
Oh,
to
yeah.
pick a melee focused group.
Oh, a melee focus group. Okay.
Yes.
Like this is in
Nubbins,
addition to the group that you already have. This is what an
yes.
NPC group, right? You said, right?
An NPC group. Yep,
Okay.
they're coming from province.
Any race, any class?
As long as they're melee focused.
As long as they're melee focused. Got it.
Nubbins.
All right. So which school's evocation for my non-melee one?
Where are my
Well, you don't have
Kenku?
a melee one. You
Right.
just have a. I just wanted you to pick something out for the wizarding school.
Yeah, so it's going to be evocation because I think I'm going to be the magician.
Okay.
So that'll help me with the fireball if it gives me any bonus at all.
So magician. Great. What would the race be?
Race is going to be hobgoblin.
Oh, some more hobs. The free
Yeah.
hobs.
I like hobgoblins. They're pretty badass.
Okay, I got mine. NPC group.
Give me a
Oh, sorry.
second. And these are magicians, you said?
Yes.
All right. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Mike.
Hi there. I'm thinking lizard folk thief.
So, like, we as characters were based in the city or location that these armies are coming from. Like, we're not together, right? We're all spread out.
You're all spread out. Yes. So, in essence, when this battle starts, you will be up up to the north, closest to the forest gate. Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing how this map is laid out now.
So will Quid's army be a little ways away from hers?
So Quid and Athy will start up here,
Mhm.
right? With
And Zache.
in Zache. Grognak, Nubbins are here. The looks like Ben is the only one right now that's here. If you can make sure Wiz is, if he's going to be here next week, he'll probably start from there as well. And then there'll be some armies down here that you guys are allied with as well. And then the evildoers will most likely be coming. There will be, as you guessed it, probably 9 or 10 groups from the castle, representing each one of the council members.
So this is going to be a real large scale battle.
This is a large battle, yeah, large scale battle.
Hmm.
We're talking, let's see, 3, 6, 9, probably another 9. So you guys probably have like 18 units,
Damn.
18 to 20 units to control.
Jeez.
And
I feel-
probably a comparable number of people on the other side.
And let's see if I have that up, so then I can flash that to you guys.
Gale group playing Battleship.
You sunk my Jenga jam. Does anybody get that reference? I feel old for a second.
We're all
Even though I might be one of the younger people in the room now that I say that.
I don't. I just thought that was funny.
I am not aware of it, and I'm 40 years old. So
Good.
good.
I can't. Where'd I put it? Here, Midway Top. Force. Oh well, if I can find it, I can. I'll show you guys quickly the fighting force that you guys will be up against, because it's been some time. If I can find it. Ah. Yes, this is. I don't know if this is this many.
Whoa.
This is what you guys saw.
Well, shit.
That's a lot.
Wait, do they have minotaurs as well? I think that's it's coming back to me in pieces.
Hmm.
Do they have minotaurs?
Where?
There.
That's one of the chief's group.
Chief's
He
group.
he has a specific name.
Okay.
Yeah. He does look like a minotaur, but he's a bugbear.
All right. Scroop-a-loop.
Yeah, there's bugbears in there. Goblins, bugbears, kobolds, hobgoblins, orcs, lizard folk, triceratops, siege equipment.
We got this. We got this.
This is what you saw from last time.
Last time, 3 months ago.
But so there's a good chance there's probably gonna be a lot more.
Could be less. Who knows?
It was 3 months ago for us. Couple weeks.
Could be more. Could be less.
Still a lot of time to get an army.
Is
right.
Are we up at the spire supposed to have a color tint or?
Yeah, I don't know why they're not coloring it. Maybe I'll get a different color. I don't know. Weird. Yeah, I guess that's as dark as she gets.
Hey now.
Yeah, I think it's because specific picture. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, that's what I'm gonna do. It shouldn't matter. All the bad guys will be specific, like more round. This is a thing of water, by the way, Quid. It's like a little. There's some water here,
Ooh,
and then there's water back down here as well.
thank you. I was gonna be like, should I go for Triton? And then I'm like, no. There's
And
probably not gonna be a lot of water.
there's water around the edges. All right. And with that, I think we're done for the night. And next week, we will start a large scale battle probably.
Oh shit.
You have
Damn.
2 days of downtime
Okay.
wherever you guys are. All right. So certainly, if you guys want to do downtime stuff now while we have a little bit of time, and let me know what you guys want to do. You can certainly do that. But I will give you credit for 2 days worth of downtime.
Craig, I think you know exactly what Italia wants to do.
No, I haven't. Oh, you want to train these squirrels?
I would do some squirrel training.
All right, you get 4 temps. You get 4 temps for each
And
squirrel.
you know, I actually want to take my 2 days of downtime for more herbalism stuff.
All right.
It'll be more important than a little bit of XP.
So for your squirrel training, I would just roll 3, whatever your animal training thing is. It looks like it's 5. So
Yeah.
roll 3d25s 4 times. And if you get 7,
3d20 plus 5.
3d, well, no, because then it only does the. If you do 3d25s, it adds. Oh, that's true. Wouldn't add the 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do 3d20s plus 5 because that's probably the best you got. And then if you get 17s for your all 3, you're gonna train it. You're gonna animal handle a squirrel. Fail. Next one. Get 4 attempts total. That's 1 squirrel. You got. Oh, close. Close. Nope.
No.
Also close though.
Dang it.
Ugh.
One of these days.
So is that right? Let's see. You have 3 squirrels, 4 attempts.
I should have been 4d20 plus 5 3 times.
So this is each squirrel. So each squirrel you get. Yeah, so this is only 1 squirrel.
What?
That makes. Yeah, so you get 4 temps. You get 2 downtimes or 2 short rests a day. So for each squirrel, you're going to get 4 temps. So you have to do this 2 more times.
No, I think it's
Mhm.
it's 1 roll per squirrel per attempt, right?
That's right, but I'm shortcutting here. So this would have been all 3 attempts. So you need 3 animal handlings of 17 or above to tame the squirrel. So the first downtime, here's 1 squirrel. Second downtime, that same squirrel. Third downtime, that same squirrel. Fourth downtime, that same squirrel.
Oh, okay. So do this 3 more times?
So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need this 8 more times.
Jesus. Okay.
So each squirrel you get 4 attempts.
Okay. I'm gonna do these in chunks. So, okay.
You can try to shortcut it if you want. I don't know what that looks like. No. Second squirrel is not trained. They got close.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm doing this completely wrong.
How's that?
It's rolling 3 d20s and adding 5 to it instead of
I know.
rolling d20.
No, I'm just looking at the bases because you need, without your modifier, you need 12s.
Oh,
and you're
okay.
not getting above a 12 on your
Okay.
base roll.
Okay.
So one more roll, or one more stack of 4.
All right. That's a visual break.
No. Let's see, how many crit fails did you get? You got 1.
Looks like just the one.
2. You got 2 crit fails.
Oh, yeah.
I've been rolling the team. Okay. They try to bite you, but you're fine. And no crit successes. That's brutal.
Yeah.
So I would have given you something for a crit success, but you didn't get any of it. That's rough.
I know. Oh, well, there's the rest of these squirrels' lives.
Squirrels' lives matter. All right. Anything else that you guys are doing during downtime that I need to know about now?
Yes, I am. Quid is going to pray to Poseidon and hope to get any aid in this battle, whether it be any spiritual aid, any aid that he can from higher power, hopefully.
Do you have any abilities or special things that let you talk to your god?
Let me check. Divine Sense, Divine Smite, Sacred Oath? No, Channel Divinity. I can only gain benefits from the
Hold
god.
on,
I
our
can't.
DM just got kicked out of the voice chat.
Oh, okay.
What do we do now? Yeah, there he is. We were cold and alone, my friend.
Are you there?
You're muted.
He may be dealing with a kid issue or something like that.
The world is ending.
All right. So we take over, guys.
We win.
He would.
Everybody's dead. We ascend to godhood. Let's go. "99 bottles of wine on the wall, 99 bottles of wine.
Oh,
Kick one down,
Fill a
quick
single
gets
glass.
back.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, I got a science headline. First paralyzed human treated with stem cells has now regained use of hands and arms.
look at you go, kid. Hell yeah.
Fucking cool.
Good
Science
job.
rules, everybody.
Science does
Yeah.
rule.
Good job, science.
those
We
are
are
the
curing-
headlines we need more of.
We are curing paralysis. What a time to be alive.
There is apparently a spider no, I think it was a beetle, who had bread in its mouth and it was climbing upstairs.
Nice.
It is a mood.
Pretty large mood right there.
So, cliff diving, guys. Don't ever do it without any equipment.
All right.
Yeah, not recommended, huh?
Yeah.
1 star.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay!
Hey!
So, in terms of like, I have things that will grant me abilities from my god, but I don't think I have anything to specifically talk other than like a gold
You would
eye,
need
but I don't know how much.
augury for that,
Okay.
technically. I don't know if
Oh, what? I'm sorry?
it's a spell, but I don't think you get it. I think that's more of a cleric
What's-
thing.
What's the name of it?
Augury?
I have augury.
Augury?
What is he trying to do? And can I help him do it?
He wants to
You are
talk
not
to
in the
his
same
god.
town. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
No,
not.
never
on
mind then.
Roll me a religion check.
Got you. Well, I have to go back to my thing.
Nice crit, Grognak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got that little herbalism kit there, don't you?
Okay, so what was the question that you asked?
To ask if there can be any aid of the higher power in this battle of like anything, like whether it be power, strength, army support, etc., from any god, higher power, whether it be Poseidon or another.
So, you're deep in prayer. You dove into the cliff or into the water, and there's clouds, and the clouds part, and this ray of sun beams down on you as you are asking these questions. Take that for what you will.
That Poseidon didn't answer your questions, but Apollo did.
Hell yeah. So, like, is this what I'm seeing as I'm praying?
Well, are your eyes open?
I feel like, let's say yes.
Sure.
Cool. Can anybody help me? Hello?
What are you trying
Anybody?
What are you trying to do?
Oh no, I'm just like asking like what I see. I know I'm not going to get a response, but like, yes. Well, and after I see that, is it just gone, and like my vision returns to me to what I see, or is it like that's
This is a
just what I see
physical
now?
manifestation, so this wasn't just something you saw.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
in your head, this was something that actually happened.
I see.
Right.
Like meditation type thing. You go out of your body and you see this.
No, this is something that literally happened in the
Oh,
world.
literally. Oh, I see. All right. Okay, I understand now. Interesting.
Elf shaman enters the fold. So all I'm doing right now is just filling out the rest of your group. coming from province. Dwarf Lancer. Oh, figuring out with this. If you guys would like to help, I can always use more help. Figuring out the rest if you guys want.
How many more do you need?
How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 3 to 4 more, but I have specific.
Can we add any siege weapon groups?
You may add 1 siege. What siege weapons would you like from province? Tower, catapult, ballista, or ram?
Explain to me how the siege tower works. It can't attack any other units, but can a unit go inside of it and attack with +1 HC?
Yes. So it
Okay.
has itself. It's its own
So
unit.
it's a mount essentially.
Right, and then the tower lets you siege over walls. So when you get to the forest gate, it doesn't like knock down a wall, but you can get over the wall.
Okay, so you need 3, well, now 2 groups.
3 to 4. I am looking for. Let me. Based on what we have here. Oh. Should do it completely based off what. So what groups do we already have? We have a. I need to back this.
Magician.
Okay.
Thief.
I need to back this up. Let's just do it this better. All right. An elf religious type. Do we have that of the group? An elf religious.
I, as part of one of the large scale battle groups, or I mean, Eltalia is exactly that.
Right, but did you pick a group that was like you?
No, not necessarily.
All right, so this is unfair for me to do. I'm sorry you guys spent all this time doing it, but I am deleting these characters. So what I'm going to do is based on the type of the council, we're going to add groups based on the council.
Okay, that's fine.
So let me type out what I need, and then you guys can pick based around that. I need.
We still need dwarven entertainers for morale.
Elf religious type. I need a. So it'll be 10, by the way, 10 groups. Half elf, rangerish. So the ranger can be something appropriate. You guys can figure that out. Oh, I'm picking out Suri's group. Actually, you guys, human fighters. Oh, this one's open. We do have an open group.
Dwarven entertainers.
Tiefling Road. Born. Melee. Oh, I don't know if I have a gnome on my large scale battle. Halfling? Halfling. Let's say short race. Okay, so now that I wrote that down, I guess what I'm asking you guys to do is then there's an elf religious type, which then could be what else is what's religious class here?
What is it? Chemist, engineer.
You guys could convince me. How about that? You guys
that's
could
right.
convince me of whatever is religious. I don't really care.
All praise explosives. Explosives are the way to the future. All praise explosives.
No.
Cleric of what?
So
Cleric
elf
of
would be the race.
oh,
This is what I'm
cleric
saying.
of Adam, the child of Adam. There you go.
So elf is the race, and pick a class that you can convince me that would be religious.
Yeah.
Well, anything can be
Cleric.
religious with the
Well,
clerics.
convince me. Convince
Cl-
me.
Well,
Cleric
go with
paladin.
Children of Adam.
I could go
Praise
with.
be to his glorious light.
I could even go
Paladin.
with spies potentially.
Well, what do you guys? Well, tell me what you guys want and convince me.
That's a good point.
You know, it has to be an elf.
Do we have any? Do we want
I do like the thought of
magic-y
religious
class?
spies.
Religious what?
I said I do like the thought of religious spies.
Yeah, I'm thinking
So-
what, trickery cleric or something?
So spies.
I mean, the Vatican's got them, I'm sure.
Oh,
So these are religious spies. Okay, so tell me how these spies are religious. Are they?
They work for either a temple or an organization that is more religious in nature. They don't need to be necessarily a cleric or a paladin themselves. They still follow the same belief system, and they're
Would that be
used for
more
this sort of information gathering spy situation for whatever the church is.
information gatherer?
That's what I'd spy.
I mean, okay. Would they be more thiefy or assassinating?
I would say more thiefy.
I mean, they could be a spy, just regular spy, if
Yeah.
they're just pure information gatherer. Now, is that something you guys want?
Everyone trusts a holy person. Is that something we want though? Yeah.
If it gets its information and can actually help us, then probably. We'll need some information during the war.
I have no problem doing that. If you guys want to, you guys don't have to power game. I don't think they line up well, but you can certainly have that.
I mean, I'm just throwing things out there as an example. It doesn't. I'm not tied to the idea of a spy group.
Well, those are the 10. I need to start filling some of these in.
I see a very distinct lack of gnomes in there.
Yeah, there's no gnomes, so I put in short race and open. I am picking for the human fighter. You guys are going to have a human bowman.
Sounds good.
That is the first one.
Maybe tiefling either. What should the tiefling be?
I mean, tieflings are what bonuses? Magic.
Mystics, maybe?
It has to be a rogue type. So either assassin or thief, or maybe spy.
I mean, if okay, so these are technically NPC level wise, level 5 tiefling.
Yes.
Level 5 tieflings are able to cast darkness. I could just imagine like a whole platoon of tieflings rolling up and just engulfing the battlefield in darkness on the enemy side.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
And if they are a rogue, they'll more likely have sneak attack. And that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the problem is they can't see inside their own darkness.
Also, that's not on the chart.
I understand that, but it's still. I'm just thinking like
Theoretically.
thematically. Yeah. Like thematically, level 5 tieflings, a whole platoon of them being able to just come up and cast darkness on an entire army. Oh,
That's one of the things that made Drow so terrifying, like in older systems, because they could do it. They could just do it right off the bat.
oof.
So that halfling wizard, Nubbins.
You got it.
Do you want that to be the magician?
Yes.
All right.
And I'll take a fighter group if you want.
I just need people to call out what these things are.
I mean, what do we got? I'll take a fighter. Take a fighter class. No one's taking it.
Well, tell me what
Sure.
that is.
Short race open. How about Mountain Dwarf Fighter?
Okay, well, look into the class that is specifically. Like dwarf, then what?
I'd say Dwarf. Hmm. Dwarf Chemist. That seems fun. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. I'll take those two.
For the half-orc monk, let's go ahead and make them. Let's. Ooh. Half-orc. Jeez.
Can you help me put in whatever HP that they are supposed to get? So, Nubs, this one
Yes.
down here, that one's the dwarf chemist.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
update the
We'll
Alright.
do half-orc ninjas.
What's this now? Half orc ninjas?
Yeah.
We're liking the ninjas, huh?
Well, I mean, it's the fact of the whole thing of elementalists are limited on their magic whenever they're half-orcs.
Just so that you know the creation. Basically, I took the class, whether it be druid or whatever else, and I try to find one of the matching subclasses. So, one of the
Yeah.
defining abilities that is.
These are level 5, right? Level 5 NPC class.
Yeah.
All right. So they got 75.
That seems a little high.
10. I'm sorry. 55.
I want to put a vote in for the Tiefling Rogue group to be assassins.
Is your tiefling busboy amongst them?
I don't know, but he should be.
Tiefling assassin. Done. That's this one right here in the middle one. Update, please.
All right.
So that's halfway there. Dragon.
All right.
All right, where's that banjo coming from?
Oh, sorry, that's me. Practicing.
That's fine. It's just like it was so intermittent that I couldn't tell. Anytime I would look to see who was making the noise, it would already be gone.
Yeah, sorry, I'm practicing my
So
rolls.
I thought I was going crazy.
I didn't think it was loud enough to be picked up, but yeah, my bad.
That's okay.
Dragonborn Knights are happening.
Woo!
Wahoo!
I think I am going to go ahead and split.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
All right, see you.
Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
Good night.
Night.
Should I be stopping the stream?
Sure.